Right, we're off. First guest, dancer, ex-con, serial entrepreneur, spiritual wrecking ball. I don't know where this is going to go. Strap in.
Anthony Noble, who the fuck are you?
Big question. I'm a dad. I'm happy. I'm a life coach to men, women. Most of all, I'm content now, to be honest with you, to be fair. I hid behind a mask for years of drugs, gambling, coke, businesses, womanising. But the last 4 years of my life, I've totally changed, and it's just... But who the fuck am I?
Who are you?
Very happy for the first time in my life in a long, long while. Like, I truly, truly know who I am as a person. And it took me... I said to Reuben before, I said, I haven't been lost for 42 years. I'm 42 years old, but from the age of 20 to the last couple of years, I've been lost. You know what I mean? And that's why I started coaching. That's why I wanted to help people, because I understand that pain of not knowing who you are, because that's such a big question.
Yeah.
Like when you said to me earlier, I thought, how the fuck do I answer that? Because I always say that's my favourite question. Like, who are you? And then someone asked me, who am I? I'm like,
Your brain does that, doesn't it? You go, oh, well, I had a paper round when I was 8.
who
Who the fuck am I?
yeah, because people always say, like we said earlier, people always associate the person by their job role.
Yeah.
And then we sort of judge.
It's the first thing people think of you, isn't it?
Of course.
What do you do? What uniform do you wear?
Yeah,
Yeah.
massive thing, uniform.
Yeah. Where'd you fit?
A lot of women like uniform, but I've never worn one.
Not women you want, though, some of them. So, you've been, for the last 4 years, right, different man.
Massive.
And we're putting that down to, what do you think the big one is?
Light bulb moment for my life.
Yeah.
My son died.
Ironically, light bulb, his went out, turned yours on.
You know what I say to people? He was a gift to me. It was the hardest time of my entire life, and I've been through some shit. I'm not saying that my story or my pain is any more or less than anyone else's in this world. We all go through traumas in life, but no one prepares you to lose a child. And I didn't realise how strong I got through it. I managed to push through. I had no choice. I got a beautiful little daughter that needs her dad. And I don't know when it was. It was like an epiphany moment for me, but I wanted to use my pain, whether it's a selfish reason, to help myself. I started to learn how to coach, and I started to understand how the mind works. Because obviously I've struggled with addiction for a long while. I've been clean for 4 years prior to him passing away.
And thank fuck.
Mate, massively.
Because imagine
I wouldn't have coped.
Imagine you deep in the addiction, deep in the worst parts of yourself, having to deal with the unimaginable.
Yeah.
Would you be here now? Would she have a dad now?
I won't lie to anyone. That's the one thing I promised. I've done enough lying when I was on drugs and lying to people, doing wrong to people.
Yeah.
But I did relapse. Well, not relapse. I did lapse. I went back on cocaine for about 6 weeks, 8 weeks. But in that time, I realised I'm not going back here. I've been clean for nearly 4 years. You're not having my life back. And it was my way of numbing. It was the only way that I knew previously how to numb pain or the voices in my head. And this journey the last 4 years have been some of the toughest moments. I've had to face fears. I've had to face up to myself and face up to certain things in my life. But I really know who I am now. And for me to be able to coach other men, women in this world, there's no point me being imposter and being full of shit.
Of course.
Because
it's disingenuous.
It's just to me, that was just wrong.
Yeah.
How can I need to practice what I preach.
Yeah.
I don't drink alcohol. I do not touch drugs. I meditate every day, twice a day. And an ex-drug dealer from South East London ain't meant to meditate. You know what I mean? I remember I filmed the documentary with a TV program, and one of the questions said to me, "Would you walk into a pub with a load of geezers on sniff and go up to them and tell them to meditate?"
Not if you wanted to keep your teeth.
And I was like, you know what? I'm that sort of person. I am game, and I'm cheeky, and even when I was on drugs and I made bad decisions, bad choices, bad actions, deep down, I always knew I was a good person. My actions didn't show that, and there'd be a lot of people say that I wasn't because of the actions I'd done to them. But deep down, my soul, I knew who I really was, but I never allowed it to come out. I used to hide, but since I've learned coaching, since I've studied the mind, and since I've coached people and coached myself and was coached, I understood who I was, who I am.
And what you've got to give.
My gift. My gift. You know what? Reuben's aware I went to the Amazon jungle and I've done ayahuasca.
Yeah.
It absolutely changed my life.
I'm so interested.
Honestly?
This blows. I want to hear all of this.
It was. I remember when I told my mum, my dad, I said, I'm going to the Amazon jungle, I'm going to do ayahuasca. And they went, "I what?" I went, "Exactly.
Who do you play for?
Don't you worry about it." So then my mum looked it up, obviously on YouTube and Google. She was like, "You're going to the jungle to take drugs." I was like, "It's not a drug, it's a medicine." Whatever way you look at it, a medicine is a drug.
It's a plant. Yeah.
It's a plant.
Yeah.
So I've always been very sceptical. For me, I've got to see it to believe it. Even though if you manifest, that's a wrong way to look at it. But I do. I need to be physically shown it or be proven wrong. So I went there with my eyes were fully open, and I was open to see what would happen. And it absolutely blew my mind. The first night was really soft. And don't get me wrong, like I'm not a snob. I'm far from a snob. I like nice things in life, but I don't like camping.
Yeah.
At all.
Hey, I'm fucking right there with you, mate.
Right,
Fuck
so-
that.
Say it again.
Camping is not a bit of me. Well, it wasn't a bit of me. Now I love nature. You put me in that Amazon jungle, I even said so. I was with 6 Americans and a Canadian. Sorry if you're watching, Corey. But it was really out of my comfort zone. But I felt that I needed that for me to be fully open and honest with myself. And for me, the reason I'd done ayahuasca or I went to the jungle is because I'd gone so far in my transformation of myself, but there was that little bit in the back of my mind where I wouldn't forgive myself for my past.
Yeah, so you're holding on to something isn't letting you go there.
So then I was thinking, how can you coach people when you used to sell drugs? Or how can you coach people when you done wrong to people? You've been in prison. Like, who the fuck's going to listen to you? And then I went there because I couldn't forgive myself. I couldn't. And ayahuasca, whether you believe me or not, like you cannot judge or you cannot say until you've tried it. And then you'll understand. Like, there's not even words that can explain like the feeling. The feeling is, it's not like cocaine or ecstasy or pills, or they don't give you this. They're like an enjoyable high. This is not recreational. I would shit myself. The first night I done it, I didn't literally shit myself, but you purge basically, so you get all the negative out of you. So you're either sick, you either need to go away, you cry, you laugh.
Do they give you
Basically
they
the
take
drink
you through it?
Nah, they basically we're in a thing called a maloka. It's a big ceremonial hut. There's no carpet on the floor. It's just cracked dirt with a bed. And there was like 8 or 9 other beds with shamans sitting to one side, and it was actually really special. It was amazing. It was
because it's
very
not,
spiritual.
It's not like they're trying to. There's no. It wouldn't be. It'd be disingenuous for them to be packed full of like shit, materialistic
It's
shit.
not
wouldn't
like
it?
that.
Yeah, there's
at
no
all.
way they could.
You know what? It was so pure.
Yeah, that's the word. That's the word.
And I'm covered in crosses, like tattoo crosses, and I every time I used to fuck up, I get a cross, so that's why I'm covered. and I remember when I was in prison, I used to I looked at every religion going. I wanted help. I wanted someone to save me, or there to be a bigger person than me. So I read the Quran. I looked at Judaism, Buddhism, Christianity. I read the Bible. Nothing sat with me. I'm not against religion at all, and I think everyone deserves to believe in what they want to believe. But I really am spiritual now. I believe in the universe. I believe in the divine and God, a greater being than myself, whoever it is.
A connection.
Anthony, why do you think it took you until prison though to really start delving into religion or serving a higher,
or even caring to ask yourself that question is a big one, isn't it? What makes you ask that question? Yeah. That's the question. Isn't it?
You know what? I always felt so alone. Like I had my family with me, but my parents are great parents, and they don't understand drugs. They don't understand, drugs basically. So they were always there for me, and they helped support me. And if it wasn't for my dad, I probably wouldn't be here today. And my relationship with my dad, it's not bad, but he was a real man's man. He worked 18, 20-hour days. He had his own business. Unfortunately, lost it. He provided the home with so much, and I'm really thankful for that. My mum was very loving, but I always felt very alone. I always, not so much now, but I always felt very unique, very different.
And the thing with loneliness, it's sort of the inverse of what people think it is. It's not about having people. It's about feeling like someone has you. Yeah. And it's such a sort of weird switch.
Yeah. Because your family, they have to love you.
Yeah.
Or they tell you not so much what you want to hear, but say there was a stranger on the street, or I think that's why coaching does so well, because there is no emotional attachment at first when you start coaching someone.
No bias.
There's no bias. So
yeah.
And with my coaching, there's no bullshit with me. Like I will not lie. I will not beat around the bush, because I want to see results. Because sometimes, like when you've got addictive nature, like I have, I understand that some people are just a bit lazy, or some people just need that push, just to push up the hill, and they'll be all right. They got it. I say to people, some people just need a little kick to be able to fly themselves, and they'll be all right. But it's, I did feel I felt alone for a long while.
So we're looking at a situation where you're a young kid, right? On paper, everything's good.
Yeah.
What's school? What does school do?
I was just medium. I mean, I was just average. I weren't a good-looking one. I was just the average guy. Just C's.
Yeah.
Classroom clown. I remember my mum's actually got this. There was I think I was 9, 10 years old, and they ask you what you want to be when you're older. So all my mates were like, I want to be a police officer. I want to be a fireman. And the girls like hairdresser and all that. I chose Chippendale. Right. So in my school report, it's got you got to get bigger muscles if you want to be a Chippendale. And I don't know why the fuck. I think my mum had got to see the Chippendales that day or that month or so, but yeah.
Something stuck with you.
Obviously, I didn't end up one.
So how then do we go from that to prison? Because that's not a. You didn't write that in your career path, did you?
No. You know what? So I left school at 15. My parents were struggling financially, and I seen them struggle after my dad lost his business, and I think I was about 13 at the time. So I see them struggle a bit, and some of my mates started working in the car wash on a Saturday. So I bunked off school and started working in the car wash.
You got to be Romanian now to do that.
You can't really say that.
We can cut that out.
Carry on.
I was working. I started working there like a few days a week. my mum and dad didn't find out I was bunking off school for a long while. So I saved money up. My dad found out. He's like, right, listen, you're going back to school, boy. Monday, I was like, I ain't going back. And he went, you are going back. Unless you get a proper job, you're going back to school. So I thought, right. I went out to, I can't remember, it must have been Next or somewhere like that. And I went and bought myself a suit, put a suit on, got a train to Victoria, and I went to a company called Adecco. It's a recruitment agency. Went in there, I see a woman, I said, listen, I ain't got no GCSEs. I've got a lot of willpower, and I'm willing to learn, and I've got a national insurance card. Right? She loved me.
Yeah.
By Monday, I was working for a government office in London as an administrator. So I went home and said to my dad, I ain't going back to school, I've got a job.
Yeah.
The government, he was like, fuck off, you're full of shit. I was like, no, honestly, I have.
Yeah.
And I remember my first week, I ended up finishing work, and I got paid, and I bought my mum some flowers. Spent all my money on a pair of Patrick Cox shoes.
You feel like a man there, don't you?
Then I end
Slap a fiver on the table. There you go, Mum. We
treat
are
yourself.
laughing.
Yeah, it was. And then I ended up moving to Australia when I was 16. The opportunity came up for me to move to Australia. There was a girl she was actually a very good dancer. Back in the day, there was no Google. So I remember, she's about to dance the World Championship final. My sisters were there. Both my sisters were world champions at Latin American and ballroom.
Fucking hell.
So they said, she's about to go in the final, and I'm there with my mate, like 16, on the piss, just watching my sisters. So he went, she's nervous, and I went, so don't worry about this. I got second in this last year. That's a joke, right? I'm a bit chubby, right? So there ain't no Google, there ain't no checking that out. So cut a long story short, we started talking, and then she said, I'll come to Australia for a holiday. And then another girl that I knew, she was like, come to Australia and dance with me, be my partner. Because being British in the dancing community is like the pinnacle.
Wow.
So everyone wanted to dance with a British guy at the time.
That makes a nice change, doesn't it?
Yeah, it was, yeah. So I went, anyway, I moved to Australia at 16. I ended up dancing with this girl for 4 years.
And you had to learn to dance?
No. I could dance.
So you could dance, right?
But not
to the
level that I told her. So I basically blagged my way there.
So she's expecting this wonder kid to turn up, and you're like...
You know what? I have a lot to thank because she bared with me. But I grafted. I worked my ass off.
Yeah.
I trained fucking hard. And within a year, me and her were Australian champions. We were Asian champions.
Wow.
And yeah, I spent 4 years of my life in Australia and travelling around the world with her. It was a great experience.
It's amazing at 16.
Opened my eyes up. I was in Bali by the time I was 17, 18,
Wow,
going like twice a year. And it was, I had so many amazing experiences, but I was so young, I didn't appreciate them.
Right, it was just what you were doing.
It was just what I was doing.
Yeah.
Like, I'd left school early, worked for the government for that short period of time, and then next thing I'm in Australia teaching dancing. I had no life experience of work
Yeah.
And I remember I worked on a cruise ship. I was getting paid $1,500 a week, and I was working an hour and a half a day, 6 days a week.
Fucking hell.
And I used to ring my mum up saying, I want to come home, this is shit. So I'm working like 10 hours a week, roughly.
Wow. And what were you doing on the cruise ship?
Dancing.
Dancing. Oh, obviously.
So I was doing an hour and a half a day, 6 days a week, Sundays off. Lived in a passenger cabin, all free food, all free drink, use a swimming pool. Basically, it's a year's holiday, and I've got to do a little bit of dancing on it for an hour and a half a day. And
Which you can do pissed, probably.
I used to moan. And, it was a great experience. And then, when I left, obviously, my mates were 15 when I left to Australia. I come back, and there was that pub environment.
Of course.
So I come back from Australia. They're now 20, 19, 20. They're going to work every day, coming back to the pub of a night, having a couple of pints. And there was the odd few that was doing coke. So me being me, I thought, fuck it, let's have a blast. And I had a blast, and I just fucking fell in love with it. But then that absolutely grabbed hold of me. And before I knew it, it ended up being, it was just a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Then it was a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And before you knew it, I was doing it 7 days a week. I was sniffing £500-600 a week, earning £250 as apprentice. Something's got to change, and I ended up getting a lot of debt, like about 30 odd grand.
And it's amazing, isn't it, how quickly
mate,
that
it's
process
mad.
it can be months, it can be weeks for some people, it can be nearly a few instants.
It was
little switch flick, done.
Yeah, coke really grabbed me in a way. I always do wonder how would my life turn out if I hadn't have touched coke.
Who was the mate that gave you that first fucking line?
You got a lot to thank though.
You know what?
Call him
A
out.
lot to thank.
I had a line when I was 13.
Fucking
My
hell.
first line I had when I was 13.
Wow.
I was around one of my mates' house. I'm not going to say no names.
He's his teacher now.
His brother was fucked, and his brother was walking up and down the corridor. Me and him were in his bedroom having a joint, playing on PlayStation, whatever. And his brother's walking up and down the corridor, like bouncing in picture frames. And I thought, fucking hell, that looks real good fun, right?
That's better. That's better than what we're doing.
So he went, "Oi, boys, you want a line?" So I never done one before. But obviously, me and my mate done one, and then the next day we told our mates, "Oh, we done coke last night," and I didn't touch it again, till I was about 19, 20.
Yeah.
But I always do wonder how my life would have been if I hadn't touched it.
It's funny how you were on top of the. If you look at Dancer on a cruise ship earning that sort of money, what's this? 20 years ago.
I weren't happy though, Reuben.
Well, but people hearing that would be like, "Mate, you fucking hell! You've gone to Australia. Loads of people migrate over there, right?
Yeah.
Down under, you earn more. You're dancing around the world. You're a champion."
And coke wouldn't have had that impact on you if you were happy. It filled a gap.
Yes.
Immediately filled a gap because you came back. I assume bit lost, bit
I
weird.
did, you know what? That's so true. Like I come back and I was depressed.
Yeah.
Because I'd had this massive high of living in my own home.
Living 10 years older than you should have been,
Yes,
really, weren't you?
Yeah, basically, like
top boy.
And when I was in Australia, there wasn't really many British over there going like travelling. So I'd go in a pub and I'd be like, "You all right, darling?" And they'd be like, "Oh, I love your accent, mate. Where are you from?" I'm like, "Where do you think I'm from?" It gets stronger, and then people just it was one of the greatest times of my life. And I did come back depressed, and I don't know if I would numb it with coke or I'd done what my mate's done, and it grabbed hold of me. It grabbed me by the bollocks. It was part of my life till I was 36. Like a major part of my life. Like I was at the end, I was doing between 5 and 10 grams a day.
I'm amazed you've got a nose left.
Mate, I haven't. My car. You know what? Look at the size of it. I've done it to make it smaller so pay for a nose job. But it was fucking.
For fuck's sake. Oh, you twat. So, fucking hell. So we're now, right, so let's do this 16 years.
Yeah.
So 20, back from Oz, bit down in the dumps, found out about coke big time. Your mates are in the pub.
Yep.
What are we doing for work now?
I was actually working as an electrician. I worked with my dad. My dad trained me how to be an electrician, so I qualified as a spark. Worked with him for a few years, about 4 or 5 years, I think. Then I went out on my own. I started selling drugs prior to that.
Okay, so you're in the culture now.
I started serving up to drug dealers. I was doing bigger bits. So I started serving up to pay for my habit, nick a bit of money, pay these debts off. And it was just a vicious circle. And then getting in more debt, getting in bigger types of debt.
With more serious people.
Yeah, more people, more dangerous people. And and I just keep up the game, but I'm numbing it with coke even more. And it's like a hamster on a wheel. But I couldn't see. I mean, it was my way of numbing, but like I say, I tried to explain to people, I said, like, I'd make such bad decisions on it, but it was the only thing also I knew how to numb. Because I'm not really a big drinker. I've never been a big drinker. My mates would say, "Oh, you're such a fucking lightweight." Like 3 pints and I'm anyone. So, and I've always coke always give me that encouragement, so I could carry on drinking all night.
Yeah. What do they put in that fucking thing? Because hearing you talk about it just makes. I know. Come on. Me and my mates, all done it for years. But hearing someone who's not only done it, but almost let it ruin their lives.
Mate, it nearly killed. I said to Reuben before, I got to a point in my life when I was heavily on drugs, like heavily. And this is prior to going to prison. But I got to a point when I even said to my mum, I said, I'll chop my fucking arm off to stop. I could not stop. And then what happened, I ended up getting nicked. So I got nicked for serving up.
When did you first get nicked? Well, how old are you at this point?
You know what? I don't even know. I can't remember.
Late
26, 26,
My
25.
age then, yeah.
You know what? I even said to someone the other day, since I've done ayahuasca, like when I look at doing things on social media, you know, like we go through my script or what I need to come up with, talk about my stories of my past. Since ayahuasca, there's like a mind block.
Wow.
It is fucked up. Like I try and think of a story. I remember it, but I can't remember it.
It's like
I've got an absolute mind block with my past now.
I wonder if
I
that's
know I have
'cause-
no emotional attachment to it.
I was about
Maybe
to
that's
say,
why.
is that because ayahuasca's gone? That's dead now.
Basically,
It's dead.
Yeah, I know.
What is important?
You know what? I tried to explain it like I said to someone, if I try and think of an old memory, I remember. I don't remember it. I remember like a part of it. So my brain will go back to a part of it, and then it goes fuzzy.
That's true for everybody as well, though. And I think people, even without the ayahuasca, I think you got all of us sort of
Mind block.
we chop and
It's a
change the
it's-
narrative because it
No,
makes
we
us
always
feel,
do. Like if you
yeah,
said the story,
we
if you
exaggerate
get a story,
yeah.
say you walked to the park when you were 7 years old and you tripped over and hurt your leg. You will play that story 1,000 times in your mind. By the time you played it 1,000 times, you would have broke your arm.
Yeah, or Gary Glitter caught you.
Yes,
And
yeah.
suddenly
Or Jimmy
you're-
Savile put you in the back of his
yeah.
Rolls Royce. Like
Yeah.
your stories, your brain is so clever. It's the best storyteller in the world. But it could be your best friend or your worst enemy.
Yeah, the ayahuasca thing is it blows my mind because it's, you know, you were saying there was a bit, your motivation to do it was that little fucking leave me alone bit.
Yeah.
Why isn't that gone? I wonder if what the ayahuasca did there is just delete. It just deleted.
I
the
think
parts
it let
of
me
you-
forgive myself.
Yeah, it deleted that pressure you were putting on yourself.
I'll talk about ayahuasca because I really genuinely believe that if everyone in this world done ayahuasca, it'd be a lot nicer place.
They should make the senior politicians do it.
Mate, honestly, because like, I don't want to get into politics or war or things like that, but even these wars, they're only over someone else's opinion. Right?
Ancient opinions that are
Ancient
just
opinions
being
that-
brought back
And
every
people are
week.
dying, and I've got friends, like, I met a girl in the jungle, and she's one of the nicest people I've ever met in my life, and she's actually a Syrian refugee that lives in America.
You know?
And she's not a refugee, but she lives in America. She's got a life in America now. Her mum was successful out in Dubai. But she's from a very special, very small, remote village, and they've got their own religion.
Wow.
So, like, everyone who's got this surname, if she went to another part of, like, Middle East, they would know that she belongs to this religion.
Wow.
Mental, isn't it?
They're called the Jews. Or Dews, not Jews, Dews.
Hard D.
But she's had so many of her family members killed recently. But she takes it. I try to, she really feels the pain. And I said to you, what I learned is there is just as much good in this world as there is bad. It's equilibrium. So, and I try to explain it to my clients or anyone. All I need to worry about is myself. If I'm doing good, I will get good back. I've done a lot of bad choices when I was younger, or bad choices prior to even my son dying. And I never played the victim. I always knew it was my fucking fault. But I said to someone yesterday, I said, all you need to worry about is every day you wake up, whatever decision or choice or action you do, tomorrow that will either be a ripple effect. That will be a ripple effect. It might not be tomorrow. It might be a month
10
later.
years.
10 years later.
Yeah.
But wherever you choose to decide to act or do, that will have an effect.
And
So-
what's easier is usually your downfall. The
Yeah.
little easy decisions that come, it's all the hard ones you try and avoid.
Well,
Yeah, yeah.
especially with
And
drugs because it's not even conscious, really.
No.
Well,
That massively, subconsciously.
So
like,
scary how it switches from I am doing drugs to this is what I am.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not you're doing. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
like a choice, is it?
Yeah.
It's like gambling.
Subconsciously.
It's the same thing as gambling or any addiction. It's
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck
you.
gambling.
You are just that thing.
But that is so true. Like once you start living consciously, you can start making right decisions. We all live subconsciously. We all know. I'm not going to sit. Everyone knows that 95% of the choices made in a day is done by your subconscious mind.
Habitual.
Yeah, but it only takes 2 weeks to form a habit, and trying to break some habits are fucking hard. Like I say, like I went to CA, GA, group, rehab, fucking counselling, therapy, prison.
You turned up to KFC a few times as well.
It's fucking nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing worked for me, and then I got hypnotised. Mate, that gay, like he does a thing called bioresonance. So we all understand. Well, a lot of us understand that the world is just energy. Everything is atoms. So everything has a frequency. This has a frequency. My skin has a frequency. We might be bouncing at different frequencies, but everything has a frequency. The higher the frequency, the hotter it gets, like fire. So Coke will have its own frequency. So this German scientist worked out the frequencies go up and down. It fluctuates. So if you can do the reverse of it, and it will cancel it out. So they worked that out. So basically there was this guy up in Birmingham I went to, and it was my dad that took me. I was in a real bad place.
And for a geezer's geezer,
And
like your old man, that must be hard for him.
I remember I was in a relationship with someone, and I was fucking trying to stop, and I was trying to save up money to do this bioresonance and hypnosis. And she ended up getting my mum and dad round the house, and I was fucking out my nut, and I was gurning, I was fucked. And then my mum and dad walked in, and my dad just looked at me and said, "Look at the fucking state you are." My mum just started crying. I was about 8 stone wet. I looked terrible.
Yeah.
And he said, "Like, what do you need?" I said, "I need fucking help." Like, my parents didn't turn a blind eye to it. I don't think they wanted to, they didn't want to accept it.
And they didn't understand.
And they didn't understand, yeah. Like,
and that's hard for as a parent, I imagine.
I'm grateful that my parents have forgiven me because I put them through shit. Like, I put my parents through shit. Like, especially when I went to prison, like, there were certain people in their village that wouldn't talk to them anymore. And
of course.
And my mum and dad ain't, like, my ex-girlfriend, no mum and dad found out through, I was on the 6 o'clock news, the 10 o'clock news, the Sun newspaper, the Mirror, the Mail, the fucking Evening Standard. And they were like, they made such a big thing of it, like South East London gangster. I was thinking, fuck me, mate, I'm a dancer. I'm not a fucking, I'm not going to prison to act up because I ain't. I do the moonwalk up and down the wing. I mean, it was funny because I actually didn't mind prison. I ain't going to lie. For me, it was a place of peace. Well, so I describe it as, listen, if you go into a pub and you want trouble, you can have it. I ain't there to have trouble. I'm a joker. I'm a happy-go-lucky person. I've got a good soul and a good spirit about me.
Yeah.
And I always want to turn any situation. I think this is why why I'm good at coaching, is because no matter where you put me, I will always change it through my mindset. Every time you look at something, it doesn't have to be good or bad. It's just a situation. It's just, how am I going to deal with what am I going to do to make this a positive situation? Someone
said to me once, if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change.
Yeah. That was.
And that blew my fucking little...
Was that Wayne Dwyer?
Oh, it didn't come, I don't know who it came from originally.
I think that's Wayne Dwyer.
But that's mental.
He's a great author. Brilliant guy. Yeah, he's true.
So prison, at this point in your life, let's just say you get banged up.
Yeah.
Right. You're now fucking, you sharing a cell?
No, so I shared, there was 11 co-Ds with me, so there was 11 other people involved in it. I don't want to talk too much about the case.
No, I don't think you should.
No.
It's not relevant to the...
No. Like, there was corrupt people involved there was corrupt police officers involved. They got nicked. They got long bird as well, and I think that's why there was such a big thing made of it. But you know what? I even said then, me being nicked and going to prison was the best thing that happened to me, because I did stop coke. I stopped sniffing. I come out of prison very healthy, very clean, very strong-minded. So I had to walk around a fucking courtyard for 2 weeks with fucking pointy shoes on and a tracksuit that was too small for me. Oh, that proper gangster. Do you know what I mean? And it was...
I can't dance in these.
No,
mate.
no. And it was... I just dealt with it. That's the way I am. And like, you put something in front of me, I'll deal with it. Like, what choice have you got in life?
And also, could it be worse than what you had been experiencing? Could prison be worse than what you were doing to yourself anyway?
No.
So it's one
I
of
was
them.
in a prison in my own mind.
I was about to say, was this even prison to you?
You know what? I looked at it like I'm in fucking prison because of fucking coke. Like, you need to sort it out. And the thing is, like, after I'd done my bird, I come out and I fucking went back on it a year later. It's like he grabbed hold of me again, but then he grabbed hold of me worse.
Wow.
What was the moment though that got you back on it?
So when I come out of prison, I started another little firm up, started a company up, and I started seeing my old mates going for beer, and I weren't drinking. I weren't drinking at all. I was going out with them, not drinking. I was running every day. I was trimmed, shredded, going gym all the time. Then I started smoking again because I quit smoking. Started smoking again. Then I started drinking. And then I don't exactly know when the time was, but I had a line, and then fucking before I knew it, I'm now sniffing 1 gram, 2, 3 grams a day.
Mm.
And then my business started doing really well. So now I've got enough money, I've got money wrapped around me. So now I started gambling as well. And I remember someone put 40 grand deposit in my bank account one night for a job. By the time I woke up in the morning, I'd fucking gambled and sniffed a lot. So now I'm starting a job with a 40 grand debt before I've even started. And I'm thinking, how the fuck am I going to get out of this?
Get more gambling.
Like, you always see these get quick fix schemes. Anything to me like that just, it's not, I lived like that for a long while.
Mm.
Like, I want something and I want it now. I can't wait. And I remember I went to a counsellor when I was young trying to stop coke. And all I'd done was fill this form out. It was about 30 questions. And he went to me, looked at me, went, yep, you're insecure. I was like, you're in a fucking joke, mate. And you look at me. And I go out in the car, and I remember thinking, well, that was a waste of 100 quid. Can't just tell me I'm insecure. Like, look at me. I was really insecure, and I didn't realise. And I would hide and I wanted people's approval all the time.
Mm.
So I would do a lot of things, a lot of my actions for other people's approval in life. Whether that stems back to I never got my dad's approval, or other things in my life that I do not know, but I always done a lot of things for people to say, oh, look at Ant's doing well. But really inside, I'm broken.
Couldn't be
I'm
worse.
fucked.
Yeah.
Was there a moment, all those shitty little decisions you were making along the way, again coming out of prison, and then fucking hell, you're back on it within a year.
Yeah.
If you could like grab at certain points, if there was you just needed a little nudge, or there was a moment where someone could have been in. What would it have been? Like someone in your life, something else to happen more. I don't know, because like if you could like fucking pin yourself against the wall and say, "What are you doing, mate?" Like back when you're.
I actually don't know. Like to me, I was lost. I was lost. I was looking for love in the wrong ways, womanizing and.
It's almost like self-sabotage.
Yeah, basically,
really,
mate, 100%.
Yeah, you didn't feel like you. I feel like when you're in that mindset, you don't want to be saved.
No,
and someone
I say someone. If she turned around and said to me, "I can't get a gram," you put me in a glass room, I'll fucking get one.
I'll grow it, brother.
My determination and my drive is ridiculous. Like, and I think that becomes I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but I would say a lot of people with addictive nature have that drive.
I feel that's exactly how I feel.
But what is the drive? What was the drive back then? It's obviously very different now.
Back then, I think I was trying to find myself. I was trying to find happiness. What is the one thing everyone wants in this life? It ain't money, because all you want is the emotion that you get with money.
People think it's money, though.
Freedom, yeah. No, a lot of people think, "Oh, I need the £1 million." What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do when you get that million? Because now you're gonna want 2, or you just want the emotion attached to having $1 million. It's not actually the actual.
Or the way you're perceived.
Or the way it's perceived to people.
Like you're saying validation from.
Yeah, people, they got that's approval. He's got £1 million. Like,
Because the
people
drugs you were
don't
doing,
give
He's
a
had his windows done and they're triple glazed.
People don't
You know
give
what I
a
mean?
fuck. Let's get one thing straight.
Yeah.
Like, I would have brand new cars. I had a yacht. I had fucking things that people have always dreamt about. People don't give a fuck. They just get envious or jealous and think, oh, I must be selling drugs again.
Mm.
Or they'd make excuses, or some people just don't care.
Did you have that when you were back on it? Did everyone go, fucking hell, here he is again?
No, you know what?
Oh, did they go, shit?
Some of my mates be like, I'll come out of prison and I'll go in the pub and I'll be looking very trim, looking good, looking healthy, not drinking, and then they'll be like, "You fuck up again, boy. You fuck up," and I'm like, "No, I won't." But then that's triggering me now. So I'm doubting myself.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, will I fuck up? I probably will, actually.
I'll have a smoke.
Like, it's mad how, I don't know if it's age or I don't know what it is. It was that my son I stopped drugs like say 3.5, 4 years before he died. But I changed prior to that. But that was an ultimate change for me. After that, I can't describe that pain or that experience. And it was like a light bulb. It wasn't like a light bulb moment, because it wasn't like one day I woke up and thought, oh, this is a new me now. It took time.
Yeah.
But then I realised how fucking strong I really am and what I've been through. And I'm not alone. People out there are struggling. They may look like they're smiling, especially social media. Social media's full of it. Like, the amount of people on there that I actually personally know now that are full of shit, that put everything on there like, my life's amazing, like on holiday, here, there, everywhere. I'm doing so well, but they're on antidepressants, or they're cheating on their partner, or they're getting cheated on, and it's just full of shit. And
yeah,
fakery.
It always. Whenever I see a couple that's chronically posting each other all the time, something about that, I just think, oh, fuck, it's not good, is
Might
it?
be making up for a little bit.
Something's not
too
going
much.
well.
yeah. I can't say everyone is the same,
No.
but it is. Social media is like I said earlier. I said it's such an amazing. Like, I wouldn't have a business, and I wouldn't have been able to get where I am if it wasn't for social media. There's so many sides to it I don't like, because we get told don't compare. But I think it's a natural thing. You look at someone, you think, oh, well, they're doing well. But I don't get. I love seeing people do well. Honestly, hand on my heart, I love the fact that anyone has taken that risk and that opportunity. And
Have you always been like that though?
Yes, yeah. I've always. If I see someone walk down the street and like they had nothing, and then a week later they've got everything, I'll be so happy for them. Like, I've never been envious of anyone, never.
And I think that goes back to what you were saying, is you always knew yourself to be quite a good, solid person.
Yeah, my mum, and even my dad the other day said to me, like, even when you was a child, people were drawn to you. Like, they said, "Oh, he's such a lovely kid, lovely boy." Drugs fucked me, massively. Like, but I think drugs or an addiction changes people, and they don't mean to change. It's just they do. You do change. And I said earlier, I said, like, if you're doing any habit or action or substance or behaviour that is affecting your family, your work life, and mainly you as a person, then we got a problem.
Yeah.
Like, and men find it, oh, you're weak if you talk. You know what? You're weak if you don't talk to me now. Like,
I've got you.
Yeah. Like, I love, like, one of, I can't talk about my clients, obviously, but like people I deal with, I let them know that I've got your back. And I genuinely mean that from the bottom of my heart, because I don't want anyone to feel the way I used to feel.
Yeah, and as we touched on it earlier, a lot of people who are drawn to you now in a more professional sense, you might be the first person ever in their entire life who said, "I'm actually here for you."
Yeah. You know what? I actually said to a client a couple of days ago, and I said to him, I wish fucking 10 years ago there was someone like me out there. And I don't mean that in an egotistic way, because there was no ego with me at all. And I don't mean anything to sound flash or. But coaching, the way I coach is so different. Like, because I understand, I will push you where you need to be pushed. I will pull you where you need to be pulled. and I won't beat around the bush. But then also you might need a cuddle. So, I mean, it's a thin line, but
and everyone's line is different.
Yeah, 100%.
And that's the skill. That's the skill as from a business perspective, which it is.
Yeah.
Being able to have the nuance of perspective to find that line for each person is the skill, isn't it?
But to me, that everything in your life, good or bad, happy or sad, addiction, depression, anxiety, it all starts and finishes from one thing: your mind. That's it.
What would you say is the common thread, without being specific, obviously, of the people that you help now? Do you see patterns?
Everyone is so bespoke. Like I did get asked a question on another podcast about how would I coach someone? I mean, but it's so different.
How do you answer that? Because you might
You
never
can't.
know. Yeah,
you can't, because everyone. Some people come to me with anxiety. Some come to me with depression. Some addiction. I've dealt with all of them, so I understand. But I'm not there to tell someone what to do. I'm there to understand you as a person, because there might be something that is holding you back, that's stopping you, or everyone is so different. I listen. I need to understand,
and that's rare now.
You know what?
Being listened to.
I said to Reuben, when I first started coaching, I used to overcompensate by trying to prove that I can coach.
Right. So it's you're not listening, you're waiting to talk.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. You're like, yeah, cool. Yeah. Let me say. Like that. Yeah.
Or I'd give so much advice.
It's like being fucking sniffed up.
Basically,
with all your mates,
yeah.
Everyone trying to just fucking shouting over you, going, "Do you remember that story? Like, fuck you!" What are we talking about?
I see my mates the other night, and like I say, I don't drink alcohol. I don't get on it. I don't do nothing. I just go gym. I meditate. I coach. Be a dad. Love my life. But I popped down the pub, and one of my mates took 10 minutes to tell me a story that would have taken 30 seconds. In the end, I was thinking, and even he went to me, I've rattled right on here, and I was like, fucking hell.
Fucking hell, it's last orders, mate.
This is why I don't do it anymore. Like,
yeah. It's
and
funny.
He said, do you ever get an urge? I said, honestly, hand on my heart, no. I'm so happy.
And that's the growth, innit?
Yeah, like honestly, I wake up with a smile. There are days when something might piss me off, but I'm no guru.
Yeah.
Do I mean I'm a human being,
and you need those days,
mate. You do need them.
You need them more than the good days sometimes.
So if it's always good, it's going to be boring.
Yeah.
You know, like someone that's got so much money they can have whatever they want.
Then they go to the island because what's good in, you know what I mean?
That island, I need
fly. What's going on with me in this island? I don't know.
Is it all inclusive?
Yeah. Better be towels. But they sorry.
Wow.
Oh, fucked it. Sorry. But yeah, it's good talking to you, because me and Riv always talked about if I had him or me or vice versa when I was 18, would my entire life, would I have skipped all the bullshit that I went through, all the being a knobhead, jack lad, cunt, whatever you're a gambler as well, wouldn't you? But then I just think, hearing you say that, I think, well, regardless of how good the guru was, timing is everything.
100%.
And I wonder if you've just I wonder if you have a way of just understanding, maybe for this period it's hand holding, and then the timing shifts and you go, now
I could put, yes.
Bang.
That is exactly how it works.
Yeah.
Like some people, I said to someone yesterday, some of my clients need more attention than others, or some demand or need more from me. Others is not so much. But they don't get any more or any less, but it's just some people need their hands held. And I don't mind, because, like I said, I started coaching because I didn't want anyone to feel the way I used to feel. I was lost, scared, lonely, vulnerable, and fighting addiction. And I didn't know who I was. The amount of times that I've been successful, what is success though? Like, but to me, I was really proud of myself. I built a business from 1,500 quid. And before I know, I had 196 people working for me. Doing multi-millions of pounds a year turnover.
And this is deep in your...
And that still wasn't enough.
Yeah, so yeah, because it's not coke. And it's not the answer you want.
And I wasn't sniffing at the time. I wasn't sniffing. I've been off drugs. This is when, basically, before my daughter was born, I stopped taking coke, and I built that business.
Was it construct tradie?
Yeah, it was basically it was in construction industry. Yeah, I had 196 people working with me. It was fucking looked like I was sponsored by Gucci in Montclair. I bought a yacht and
can't get a mix on anymore because you got a fucking 20 grand jacket on.
Mate, it's crazy. But I kept buying things like I bought a fucking Rolex Sky Dweller, rose gold, like the month it come out. Bought my ex-missus Rolex, and I bought her one. So I could basically I went to her, I think I might buy this, and she was like, "Don't waste your money." So I bought her one as well, so that she wouldn't moan.
Got you, bitch.
Yeah, but I kept buying things constantly to find happiness.
It's the exact same as a drug. Spending money. It's the exact same feeling.
But I would do it because I felt so lost.
Mm. But do you think it was though? When you're working, like, because you skipped quite a big, like, from 1,500, like you said, quid a week to 196 staff.
It didn't grow overnight. That took me 3 years.
That's what I'm saying. But
that's still
along the way, it's still
that's
amazing.
still pretty insane.
Yeah. But from what I've seen, and I think many people, they're working doing something they don't particularly enjoy, or it's like really high level of stress. You're dealing with clients that have got all these expectations. You're managing materials. You've got the different staff that will be on site, probably on coke and on site, all that shit. And then you buy shit because it's got to make up for all the fucking work you're putting in. I think a lot of people fall into that trap.
I think I was working so hard. Like, I remember being at a funeral once, and in the funeral I had about 46 phone calls. My dad's standing there going, "Turn that fucking phone off, will you?" I went, and now I've got a new addiction. People need me, money, and I've got this money coming in. It's like every phone call I know is a pound note, and now I'm addicted to this.
Yep.
And then I think I burnt out, and I made bad choice. I started sniffing again.
Fall back
to keep up. It's to keep up with all.
I thought it was a full battle to numb.
Yeah, because every other time in your life, when you're confronted with this is an uphill push now, you go bang, straight back on it.
Yeah,
I'm fine again.
I think that's an important point, that people actually, they think they want the Anthony life at 196 staff with probably 100. What at that point you're doing each week or month? You're doing what revenue?
Or roughly, I was doing about 130, 150 grand a week.
It's not Mickey Mouse money, is it?
No, you know. So most people go, "Fuck me." You know, a lot of lads out there now with construction firms, wherever it might be, that is the dream. Like,
that's their dream.
That sounds like that's what we're working towards.
Yeah.
But most people underestimate what it actually takes. Like, people look at Elon, for example, and go, "Fucking hell, he's got 5 companies. He's the richest, but he's worth at 400 billion now. He's on the way to be the first trillionaire." And you go, people go, "Fucking hell, all the power that guy has, and the women he met." He's got 14 kids with, I think, 7 different.
Yeah, and some of them have got names that aren't even. They're not even words. They're like fucking
Mars language, isn't it?
What was that?
He probably knows.
I like that name. That's quite cool.
Yeah, you can nick that.
But I think no matter what, whoever you look up to, you think you want that person's life, but you want the tiny segment of it.
But it's exactly what you said.
I want my life.
Yeah.
Boom. There
That's
we go.
exactly what you said.
Honestly, I really am so grateful for my life now.
But how could you say that if you think someone that's going through, they're deep in it right now. They're on 5 or 7 grams a day, or they've lost I think most people's nightmare. Like,
make a choice.
That sounds easy, doesn't it?
And it is easy.
Well, that's the paradoxical thing is we could choose today to.
All right, it's hard. I'm not going to sit here and say that fucking stopping drugs is easy, because but you have to fucking make that decision in your head and become that new person. Because for me to become who I am now, my identity's totally changed. The way I dress is different. Even the way I talk is different to the way I used to talk. My friend circles are so different. My identity, you have to change everything about you. And your key thing is in your environment. We all know that the 5 people you hang around the most is if you hang around 5 millionaires, you will become the 6th. And I'm really big on vibration.
But if you hang around with 5 coke drug dealers,
if you hang around with fucking 5 thieves, you're going to become a thief. It's
not even that extreme. Just a couple negative people in your life where every time you come up with an idea, maybe not. Yeah, everyone's got ideas.
An idea.
To execute. An idea.
Great.
Oh,
I like
fucking
that one.
hell! I've just come up with the next vaping
Don't be
comes
such
up.
a prat.
No,
We'll have a line.
Yeah. Let's burgle tonight.
You're stupid. You're
But
off your
that's-
head.
Let's burgle something.
But that is.
Not with your eyesight, mate.
Yeah.
Gonna end up burgling my house. Fucking wanker.
It's
Got him. It's got you, fucker. Yes.
You're a mess.
Oh, you're so right. You're so right. Because also, I don't want to botch this, but it's like when the fear of staying in the same place becomes worse than the fear of change. That's when the adaptation.
You know what?
happens.
I always say to people, if you want to change, you got to get uncomfortable. If you don't get uncomfortable,
Why
you're never going to
Yeah.
change. But human beings, there's two things we need more than anything in life. We need connection and growth. Without connection, you end up depressed. Because we need, even back in the caveman days, we was in tribes. We needed that connection.
Yeah.
And you know, it's like, especially when I was on drugs, I was like a recluse. I loved sniffing indoors on my own, gambling.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't want to be wrapped around people. I was very inward.
I think that speaks a bit to ADHD and hyperactiveness because, like, you not are now, but that element is always in you. That dynamism, not the word.
Yeah.
But Coke for you did the opposite to
You know
what
what we
Coke
said
does.
earlier?
Yeah.
I said I explained it to my partner now, and I said, so it's like having fucking 15 voices in your head. And I don't know if I'm coming and going. My brain's always been really active, but some days the voice was so heavy and droning, and I couldn't hear, and exhausting. And then Coke would sort of quieten the voices for me, or alcohol, or just. And I remember even when I stopped taking drugs, I would say, I don't know, it's not anymore, but I don't struggle with anything anymore really. Apart from, I might get a bit anxious, but I think that's normal behaviour. That's just not every. I'm a human
You
being.
need it.
It's there as a. Sometimes you get anxious because it's a wake up call or an alarm. So, mine would be more when I'm very tired. So now I know that I've got an addictive nature. I know how to control that now. So say I like a chocolate bar. I want 10 of them. So I say to myself, right, you'll have one a day, or you can have 3 this week. And I find it more of a goal now. I gamify it.
And that is such a good point because people think you cure addictive personalities. You don't. You just retarget it.
Yeah.
And that's what people forget, that you're always going to have an addictive personality. But what are you addicted to?
Yeah,
Because
I love coaching. I absolutely, when we talk about ayahuasca, like that, it showed me my purpose and my gift for being on this planet. People might say, oh, that's so fucking woo-woo. I don't care. I totally 100% believe in what I do. My gift, my purpose for being here. And even like I said to Reuben, I might get 20, 30, 50, 70 messages a week, private DMs from people that say to me, oh, I love your videos. Your videos have helped me so much. And that's why I started coaching. That's why I started doing social media, because I wanted people to realise that I ain't nothing special. I'm just a normal guy from South East London that went down the wrong path. Or was it the wrong path? I truly believe that the universe or the God, or whatever you want to say, divine, source, everything was an action to make sure for me to be the coach I am now, because I don't think I would be the coach I am now if I hadn't gone through those.
You failed. You failed so many times, and that gives you the qualifications.
But then I was also successful so many times. And
no, but when I mean failed, I know you were successful, but you were a failure in your head.
Course. Oh, mate.
Well,
you know,
internally, you were broken.
Yeah.
So when you can look at someone, you can probably look at someone now, and you see past the Gucci bag.
Oh, 100%.
Because that's not, that's not success.
100%.
Man, like, it's probably a red flag.
Yeah.
Someone's like, oh no, I'm fine. Look at my nice suit.
They always say the loudest person in the room is the most insecure.
Yeah.
And that was me. Like, honestly, my 30th birthday, I remember they passed me the microphone, I drop kicked it and just basically told everyone to go fuck themselves. Tell my mate's mum to go suck me off or something stupid. You know what?
Yeah.
When that Wolf of Wall Street film come out, my mates went, fuck me, you seen you on TV. That was me.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah,
I can see that.
I can see it.
I was crazy.
Yeah.
But then again, you get given an identity, and even if I was tired, oh, I've got to play up to this is what people expect of me.
Yeah.
Does
So
that make
what
sense?
What are you anymore at that point? Like a puppet?
Yeah, I am. And I was, because people expected me to be the laugh and the joke of the party, or people expected me to be the one in the pub that makes everyone laugh. And I would put that mask on. And I might be crying inside or broken, but I'd still put that identity on because that's who I play. That's who I am now. And we do live behind a mask. We do play up to our roles that we've been given. But
or we allow people to give us a role if we're if you're not strong-willed, and again, if you don't know yourself, you're going to be easily.
Oh, I said to my mum,
influenced.
I'm 42. I'm 43 this year. For the first time in my life, I know exactly who I am. I know exactly my strengths, my weaknesses, things I've done in my past. I've done wrong to people, and from the bottom of my heart, I'm so sorry to some of them people. But I can't change the past.
No.
Like from this moment that's just gone past, I can't change it. I can only do what I can do now and move forward and keep helping and keep developing myself, because I think personal growth isn't there ain't a goal at the end. It's just a journey.
And it always worries me when people sell the answer to it. Finally, they're like, hey, for 500 quid a month, I've got you.
Yeah.
And then you think,
6 steps to happiness.
Yeah.
Just do these things like I do.
Just fucking
Even
buy
though
this
my
course.
life experience, my background, what drives me, my things I have, desires, my pleasures, all so fucking different to you. But suddenly you've got the answers for me. I followed so many people. I thought, oh, if I start the 5 a.m.
5 a.m. club.
5 a.m. club.
You know
I
what?
tried to be one of those people.
Robin Sharma.
Oh, wow, yeah.
He's great, though.
He is great, yeah.
You know what?
Great talker.
Shout out,
I
Robin.
love the way he writes a book.
Yeah.
You know
Who
what?
sold his Ferrari.
Because the monkey sold. Yeah, I read a lot. Like I was saying, there's certain authors I really adore, and him, Wayne Dwyer, they're quite similar the way they write. They write as if they're your friend. So I remember one of his books, he's describing, I'm in Italy, I'm sitting by the piazza, and he's describing, he's like, I wish he was here, my friend. And it makes me feel like,
brings you there.
Robin Sharma loves me.
Trying to get hold of his accountant going, can I have his email?
No, you know what? You say that. But the amount of authors that I've emailed, and I'll give them my opinion of their book, how much I've enjoyed. And that's how I end up getting on a TV program. An author invited me on and said, like, I love your story. It's amazing. You should be so proud of yourself. And I said, you know what? I am proud, but it's just, to me, it's just my life. Like, it's nothing.
Yeah.
I've had to fight through it. But like I said, a lot of it is with my choices and my own actions. But I have no regrets.
I was actually going to ask you that. Is there anything lingering? Is there anything? Because and
There
that's
was.
so rare, isn't it?
There was my only regret is the people I've hurt along the way. Like I've been in some lovely relationships, and there was a point where I lost my family, I lost my friends, I lied. I told more lies than I did truths. I was just, because once you start using drugs heavily, you're lying to cover your steps, and you can't let clients know, you can't let certain people know in your life. And then that one lie becomes 2 lies, and then it's 4 lies, then it's 8, then it's 16, it's 30. I mean, it's just continuous. And then before you know it, your whole life is a load of bullshit.
And everyone knows
And
a
then
different slightly version that you told them.
And then you got to try and remember, fuck, I told Dave the other day. I told Pete there. No, he's like, fuck's sake. And then like, you lied to me, Ed. Fucking ain't, mate. Like, we're lying.
I feel like that's one thing that must be. I would love to know the honest percentage of people who can honestly say that, sit in front of someone and say what you say about how you feel about your own life now. You know.
Yeah.
I wonder how many people do you know? I don't know anyone.
We're all carrying for you to say that you. And there's so many things that you could hold on to, you know, and you carry around with you, which you probably the ayahuasca let you.
You know what?
Be true to yourself.
I even said to, I think it was on the way here today. I got a bit choked up. I voice noted my mum, and I said to her, like, I'm so grateful. Ayahuasca, they say you get a calling for it, and I held a lot behind, and especially like with my son. I talk about him a lot, and I don't want to use him on social media a lot because I don't want people to think oh, I'm using my son as a way to earn money or fame or get, because I don't.
Fuck with her. Who gives a shit what they think, though?
But he is a key moment of my life when I become the man I am today. And people might lose their mum and it affect them the way I lost my son. I mean, there's no, any loss hurts. I'm not saying mine's any greater than anyone else's, but
there's no blueprint for grief, is there?
No, but I remember seeing him laying in the bed, and as his dad, his protector, and there's nothing I can do, and that I didn't really crumble at first. I wanted to be strong for my partner, and there was my mum and dad there, and I've got to be strong, and I didn't really crumble, and I ended up going back to work after we'd had to turn the life support machine off. And my mum was like, go back to work, go back to normality, you'll be all right, mate. You got this. And I went back to work after 2 days. And my mum and dad are great. I mean, I love my mum and dad to bits, but I don't know, I won't say the generation, that's the wrong thing to say, but there is no rule book in being a parent, yeah? They done the best they could, and they basically passed down what they learned from their parents. But there is so many limiting beliefs and so much beliefs holding you back. Like if I said to my parents, like I said previously, like by the time I'm 50, I want to be worth 100 million. And it's not about the money. If I'm worth 100 million, that means that my ripple effect of helping this world, I've helped 1 billion people, roughly. And that means the world to me, like we spoke about legacy. I don't give a fuck about money. I will give 90% of that away to charity. And I genuinely mean that. I will give that away. Because I remember when I was at Great Ormond Street with him, and there was families there where the kids are dying. And the mum and dads have got to go to work and leave that child there dying on their own because they've got mortgages and they've got bills to pay. So I wouldn't even say a dream, I'm making it happen, is I want a charity called the Mask Charity. So no one actually knows who actually owns it.
The Mask, did you say Mask?
The Mask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Masked, yeah.
So there'll be other people involved in it, but I want to say, for instance, God forbid you had someone in your life that was ill, cancer or whatever. I would then go to your employer and say, they're having a year off work, I'll pay their wages for them, but they need to have their job back in a year's time.
Yeah.
And then I'll pay your mortgage, I'll pay your bills, and then I'll get you coached. If you wanted to coach by me, I'd get you counseled by someone that you felt comfortable with. But then you've dealt with your situation. You're not because the amount of time. Imagine sitting there like your child's dying, but you can't spend the last moments with him because you got a mortgage to pay and you got bills to pay. And that broke my heart.
Yeah, it's hell on earth.
Yeah, I couldn't think of something worse.
To be honest, as people that haven't had children yet,
yeah,
to be honest with you, I can empathise with you, and I think until you've had kids,
I cannot imagine it.
Yeah,
I don't have that connection yet in my life where,
you know what, and I totally get that. When I shouldn't say this, but like even when my daughter was born, I struggled to love her because I didn't love myself. And kids. It's hard to explain. Like, I loved her, but not the way I love her now. Love. It's forced upon you. You have to love them. They're your child. It's different for a woman. The baby grows inside them. They nurture it. They grow with it.
It's literally a part of them.
Yeah, yeah. As a man, it's just there you go. There's your child, and it's like, and I wanted to cry, and I couldn't cry. I remember I couldn't. I was thinking I'm meant to be crying here. And I looked and I loved her. I loved her. And I remember then there was slight moments when I started looking at her and thinking, fuck, it's not me anymore. Like this baby needs a dad. Like I need to stay strong but it's
a fine line with men, isn't it? That stay strong thing.
That's bollocks.
It's a scary sentence to say to someone.
It is a load of shit. Like I cry loads of times. Like, I get upset now because I'm so fucking happy. Like they're not like I was at a barbecue the weekend at a family thing, and I see a girl that I haven't seen for a long while, And then I was telling her, talking to her, and I just got a bit of teary. She was like, "You all right? You all right?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm just so happy."
Yeah, these are butcher's burgers.
But are you sure you're all right? I'm like, "For fuck's sake, I'm all right. I'm just really happy."
Yeah.
But people almost can't believe it, can they? Do you know what I mean? Because
people don't recognise me.
Oh, I see as well. If it's a family gathering, like, hold on.
Yeah, I remember him from the pub. He booted a fucking microphone at my sister's head.
Yeah.
She's still fucking...
Sorry about that.
Yeah. She's still got fucking gap in her teeth. Fucking prick.
Haven't done.
I suppose that comes from being very present. You've built a life where you can be present in moments like that. And I feel like that alone, how easy that sentence is to say, be present.
Yeah.
If you're honest, you're bad for it. I've called you out on it a few times now, and you've called me out on it. Present.
It's a sickness, Anthony.
He's a very, I could say for him in this one, is a very, very high achiever, works very hard, but he doesn't necessarily take the seconds in the day.
Well, you said you've got 15 voices in your head.
Yeah.
I sometimes genuinely joke with my missus, like, I'm bipolar. But I mean, I've got so many, this might sound a bit nuts to say, but so before you speak to, I think a lot of high achieving. I'm not to call myself high achieving, but I guess I do a bit. I'll do a bit more than the average, or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's like when people joke we call Kanye bipolar. And obviously, but you go, fuck me, I've got so many masks that I put on.
We all do, I think.
But I mean to a level where I go, shit, who the fuck am I? You said earlier, that question I'd probably really struggle with because I think I've definitely come, as I've read loads of books and studied the brain, because like when you're someone that's trying to figure the world out and like, why am I this way? I'm a bit weird. So I'm noticing these patterns where people are maybe thinking, why do I come out of that? Why did that come to my brain? I'm like, and I chop and change things.
Yeah.
So slowing down is like...
And he's got a very good missus.
Well, that's helped me 8 years.
Hold you very accountable.
Oh, that's good.
Because that's
you know what
for
we
a lot
were
of men,
talking about this
that's
earlier.
what they need that.
My partner is she's brilliant, and she's helped me become the man I am. Especially she supported me in coaching. She supported me in going travelling to the Amazon jungle and I appreciate that. I really do, and I'm really grateful. And I don't want to sit and talk about any of my exes. That's not really what I want to talk about. But it's
too many.
Only because you can't remember.
Dave was one of them.
yeah.
So,
that was
there was but she's really she's kind, she's caring, she's soft, and she brings a side of me out that, and I know she's got my back, and that fucking goes a long way.
Yeah, fuck me, yeah.
Like, I'm not. Yeah, it's just. Yeah, it's definitely. But that is such a hard question to answer. Who am I? That is probably the greatest question of all time for me, because who you are as a person is your reality. Is the way you live your life, and like who do you? Like when you say about manifestation, people talk about manifestation, and I massively believe in that now, like massively. But I think if you're living that way of, because it's hard. If you say I want to live like a millionaire, but you got you're 30 grand's worth of debt. How can you pretend to live like that? Like it's hard. But how would the way you live your life would be like? How would you act? How would you hold yourself?
How would
people
you talk
dress?
about you behind your back?
Yeah, yes.
It's the stuff that you can't buy.
Yes.
Which is fucking...
But then you would say to yourself, you go look at a Ferrari and think like, or whatever, and I'd be like, I don't want, I love it, but I don't actually want that right now. I want the yellow one, or I'm not ready
Soft
for this
top.
shit. Yeah.
We first had a chat about 6 months to just over 6 months ago.
Oh, maybe longer.
It might be longer than that.
Yeah.
And even in that time, like the first time we spoke to the second time, you could just tell like the clarity you had and the conviction in yourself. It just sort of struck me straight off the bat. Do you know what I mean?
I appreciate that. I think from the first time I spoke to you to now, I'm a completely different person. Like, I knew I wanted to coach. I didn't fully believe. I did believe, but not fully. There was always that imposter behind syndrome, and there was that. I believed, but I didn't fully believe, or like I say, and that's one of the reasons I went to the jungle and done ayahuasca. And it was, mate, honestly, that is.
When you were in there, in the jungle,
Yeah.
did you? I'm assuming that you mentioned there was other people, Americans, Canadians.
Yeah.
Right?
So, I flew to Lima. I've done 5 nights in Lima. I've done a bit of tourism and went around. And I don't really drink alcohol, but I thought, fuck it, because I knew that I would never. My thing to myself, because I like I say, alcohol's not really my thing. It never has been. Always been a lightweight. But me and my partner, we'd go out weekends. Like I have my daughter every other weekend. So the weekends that we didn't have the kids, me and her would go out every weekend and just get drunk. And then I'd feel like shit for 3-4 days, and then I'd think like I wouldn't touch drugs, but I felt like shit, and then I'd make silly decisions. Or so I thought, you know what, I'm gonna promise I'm gonna stop drinking for the rest of my life, and I'm gonna commit myself fully to surrender to the world, to serve the world as a coach. I can't change the world, but I can surely enough make a dent in it, and even if I helped one person, I'll be proud. And so far, the list I would say my ripple effects have helped thousands now. And
For sure. For sure.
And it's like, because I say to people, if I help a husband that's struggling, that's going to help his children, his wife, his children's children, and it will have an effect. And we spoke about legacy, and I'd love my daughter to be proud of me. Like, sorry.
Because remember we said a man dies twice.
Yeah.
When he's buried and the time his name's said for the last time. No matter how much fucking money you die with, if your daughter looks 10 years, 20 years off your bones, right? Someone goes, oh, which relationship like with your dad? That means more.
Well, look at Steve Jobs.
Yeah.
Apple built one of the biggest companies the world's ever seen.
Yeah.
Technology that we all use in our lives, and no matter how many people say all these virtue stuff, this phone ultimately it runs people's lives.
Yeah.
And it's all being made by fucking
Sweatshops.
in a sweatshop.
Yeah.
Right. But people are so virtuous now and want to, oh, I'm an amazing person and righteous. Just look at all the stuff that's made our lives amazing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But sorry to come back to Steve Jobs, his relationship with his wife, but his daughter and family. Again, it's just reading stuff, but I think it's truthful that it was rubbish. He let it all go. He chased the fame and fortune, I guess. No, not fame.
I done a post the other day, and it was 72% of entrepreneurs and business owners struggle with mental health.
Yeah.
72% of them won't get professional help. Yeah. And 60% of them say they neglect their families. Like, and I 100% done that. And look, even to this day, like, my addiction now is coaching. I absolutely adore coaching. Like, it's not for fame, it's not for fortune. I will say it time and time again. I just want people to not feel the way I used to feel, and that is a horrible way to what I used to feel. Like, I used to feel like absolute shit, and to not know myself, and just to give someone that little push, because some people don't need that much. They just need that little to know that someone's got their back, and it's. I don't even know where I'm fucking going with this. My mind's gone blank.
That's the beauty of it. But I think we talk about, when you talk about loneliness, and because people would say, what people assume that when success, depending on, well, most people think success is the, I don't know, million in the bank, or business
it's
material stuff. But what
Yeah.
you say is, again, people would go, why would they need to, if these high achieving men, and why would they need to speak to Anthony? They've got it all. But again, how many times do we need to be told by people that have made unbelievable amounts of money, and they're sat there in a 12-bedroom house, one room's filled with Louis Vuitton, and they get given access to every possible, the best things in the world that you think you want. They're sat on a yacht or their bedroom on their own. Yeah,
there is someone I do know, and he's very well, like, crazily wealthily.
What figure are we talking?
500 million, 600 million.
It's not too bad, is it?
So,
That sucks.
but he has.
Dark times.
I remember I went to his place, beautiful house. The maid, whatever, said, "Oh, he's in the office. Just pop in the office." Popped in the office, and he looked fucking terrible. I said to him, "Like, you live here alone? Like, where's all your family?" He said, "No, I live on my own." I was like, "Fuck, you got no family?" He said, "I've got no family. I've got no friends." I just wanted to hug him. Like,
He probably would have punched you.
no, mate. Honestly,
Probably would have broke down.
he
in tears.
broke down in tears.
Yeah.
And that is when I realised another reason when I started coaching, because I know what that feels like. You got everything that you want, you think you wanted.
Society
You
tells
were
you you
told,
want.
yeah.
Culturescape, they love
Yeah.
it. The culture says to you, once you get approval, once you wear, even for women, you wear this lipstick, men are going to approve of you. Women, people are going to approve of you. You wear this coat,
Yeah.
you're going to get approval. You drive this car,
New tits, new lips,
tits, new lip,
everything.
new teeth.
More pressure. There's more pressure on women, to be fair, in that sense, I think, than blokes.
Yeah,
Image-wise.
image-wise, yeah,
They've got
but
a fucking
I
hell of
think
a
men
hard time.
sort of mask it or hide it a bit because we all want approval. We all want to be accepted.
Yeah, but we can pay, most men, it's like that we can pay for you can pay for approval.
Yeah.
Women's the slight difference with women is they society tells them there's a time limit.
Time limit, and you got to look a certain way.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It is like, I know it's so cliche and all them cliches, but they're so fucking true. Like, I used to always never understand. You got to love anyone, you have to love yourself. And I used to think, oh, I do love myself, but it was more like a vanity way,
Yeah.
like a confidence way. But then I was insecure, so I was overcompensating by buying things and trying to look a certain way, and then.
I think you attract a certain type of person.
Mate, you know what?
and you're-
100%. I can't really talk about that really, but I got friends basically that always attract the same kind of women, and they struggle with their own demons, but they'd always attract someone else with demons, and it's so true. Like, the energy you get out is the energy you get back, and you're attract. Like, we all got energy around us all the time. Our auras, like the shamans explain this, like your auras do change colours, and like like you walk in a room. You may walk in a room more or less blind, but you would feel an energy, or you'd feel a negative vibe, and you think, "Oh, this doesn't feel nice," or "That person's, I don't like their energy."
You get that little
Yeah,
hairs on the
Yeah.
back of
You
your
think-
neck, and you think, "Fuck, man, I'm about to die in this room."
and I never used to follow my gut. The day I got nicked, I remember the geezer ringing me and saying, "Oh, you got a lump of that work," and I said, "Yeah," and I didn't want to go. I thought, "Oh, I can't be fucked to meet him." I thought, "Oh, I'll make a few quid anyway." Well, my gut was telling me no, and I never listened to it, and I got nicked. But on the other hand, if I hadn't been nicked, I probably would be dead by now because I would have sniffed so much. I was getting involved with the wrong people, and I would have fucked up somewhere or another. So, but now I always follow my gut, my intuition. I listen to it. I take my time. I always say, like, to me, the gut is my connection to my soul,
They say it's a second brain, don't they?
Yeah, well, you got more endorphins in your gut than you do in your brain, in your mind.
And it's amazing when again, another cliche, what you eat is what you feel.
Yeah.
But
It's true.
fucking hell.
I stopped eating McDonald's 5 months ago, and I can't believe I had a big arch yet.
Yeah.
And my mate the other day was going to me, "Oh, you ain't had a big arch?" I was like, "Mate, fuck off." Like, anyway,
It's like someone doing that with Coke, isn't it?
No, you know what? I said to someone, you could put me in a room with a bag, load of Coke, load of booze. I'll guarantee I would not. I'm not
Yeah.
interested. You know what? I don't need it. Before I needed it for certain reasons, for numbing or to make me happy.
There's no hole to fill
People
now.
say to me, "How the fuck are you so happy?" I'm like, "Mate, you ain't been where I've been. You ain't seen what I've seen. You ain't thought what I've thought. Like,
You haven't been as sad as I've been.
you've not been as broke as I've
Yeah.
been. Like, I've been fucking broke, and like the world is such a beautiful place. And I used to think, like, even my missus comes sometimes be a bit negative. I'm like, fuck it. Like, listen, it's the way you look at it. Come on. Like, people say, "Oh, it's cup half empty, cup half full." But yeah, but some people need their cup filled up a bit. Like fill their cup a bit then. But if their cup's empty, they got nothing to give. I mean,
and you can't expect. That's the other thing as well is people have this expectation of
big word. I love that word.
Expectation.
Oh, I love that word.
It's
because you expect you
Yeah.
expect a partner to behave a certain way,
and you expect it to be 50-50.
Oh yeah.
When really it's 60-30. I almost said. Who's the 10?
Come
The
on.
milkman.
Fucking
Fucking
hell,
no.
man.
Who's that? 60-40. But that's the good thing about, and it goes with friendships, relationships, every relationship you ever have. It's not always.
No.
Sometimes it's 90-10, brother.
But what are you
That's
willing
right.
to tolerate?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, like for me, I only have people in my life that not bring me something. I don't mean anything materialistic, but are you bringing me joy? Are you bringing me happiness? Are you bringing me love? Like I know it sounds. I said before, I'm not meant to say that I love the world and I meditate and but I genuinely do. I absolutely adore the world. I love everyone I come into contact with, and I wish everyone them from the bottom. I remember when I was doing ayahuasca. The first night was fucking beautiful. It was lovely. It was things from my past come up, and some things come up that I don't even remember. But they come up for a reason, whatever reason I don't know. And I just every night after, because basically you go down in the morning of a night. It's all done of a night. So you go into the Maloka about 8 o'clock at night, and the ayahuasca is basically brewed from a vine of a tree and another leaf from another tree. And basically, when you do one without the other, it doesn't have this effect at all. But you combine them together, it was produces ayahuasca, and it gives you this. And the leaf has got a molecule in it that basically surrounds the DMT of the vine. So when it goes through your body and your system, your body can't break it down. So you get 100% DMT.
Wow, and the DMT is the psychoactive.
Yes, it's the psychedelic. So everything, I would describe it as everything subconsciously that you have problems with, issues, fears, phobias, doubts, they come up. You might need a week. You might need 8 ceremonies. You might need 4. Everyone's different. So it affects everyone in different, like no one will have the same experience. Like the first experience was really quite soft and gentle, where there was other people that we all done the same amount. We'd done a small cup worth. It's like, it tastes disgusting. It's like getting a load of mud on the floor, putting a bit of water in it and trying to down it. And then you just got this earthy, horrible flavour in your mouth. It's disgusting. It's horrible. Like, that's what I mean.
You just gone back there for a minute.
Mate, it's not nice at all. But obviously, I
sort of like that in a way, though, because it
You know
feels
what?
like
It's part of the. It's like
Mate,
suffering.
your nature.
Yeah,
Your nature.
it's so
And
much
the
rougher
birds, the monkeys, and it was the frogs for me. They made a like a.
Fuck, that's
fucking
clipping that.
Mate, these noises, I was like, what the fuck is this?
And are you watching? Are you with other people doing this the whole time?
You're in this Maloka. It's a big round ceremonial hall. It's got like it's all made out of timber and wood, and it's got like a beautiful round ceiling. It's all vaulted, all put like palm tree leaves, and it's a beautiful place. It's very spiritual. It's very calming. And you get in there. There's just 2 candles in the middle flickering. Just flickering, and then the shamans are sitting there in like armchairs, and they do these. They've got these things called chakaras. They're basically this little potato. It's leaves, and they're and at first, and they do this whistling, and they sing these songs that are like calming to the mind, but they're obviously in Spanish, so I don't understand it. At first, I thought they're going to drive me up the wall. That noise. Trust me. You don't want to, because basically what happens is it is pitch black. There is no light at all. And then all of a sudden, candles out. They give you a drink, and then candle goes out, and then he starts whistling, and then another shaman will start singing. And at first I thought, what am I doing here?
The South London, and he came out.
I did, and then, but they have to. You know what it's like when you take your first pill. You don't know what you're going to experience. You don't know if you're going to die or not. And I was thinking, what the fuck have I done?
Wow.
But then I remember, like, you're sitting up. There was 8 of us.
Don't take pills, kids.
In this. No, there's 8 beds, mattresses on the floor. You got a sick bowl. You take water with you. Got a pillow. And we started about 8 o'clock at night, and they said the nights you do ayahuasca, you don't have to go back to your cabin. You can actually sleep in the Maloka if you feel more comfortable, because you are hallucinating. You're not on your feet. You can't. And I thought, I might be all right. My God, mate. The first night, I thought a lot of things were coming up subconsciously. I didn't really trip. It wasn't really a trip for me. It was more like experience was coming up, and it was like my life was being shown on a cinema screen in front of me, but it was projecting me, like quantum leaping.
Yeah.
Like different situations, different scenarios, and it was
Like
just
you're
like
stepping into that.
yes, like I was
memory.
watching it.
Shit.
It was mad, but there was like emotion with it, and I thought I meant to cry because I could hear people crying. I could hear people being sick, like throwing up, like really throwing up, like violently sick, and I'm like, but you can't see them because it is so dark. You can't even see your hand in front of your face.
Wow.
So first night was like that. Come out the next morning, you do a sharing circle. We're all sharing about how our experience was, how it felt, what we got from it. I said it was just fucking really beautiful. It was really nice. And I knew when I went there that if I wanted to get the best out of this, I had to be ego-free. I had to really open up to these people and be honest about why I'm there, who I am, and I was really open and honest. And everyone, they really helped make my experience, because they were probably the 7 kindest people I've ever met in my life. And we've got a group chat, and I said to them the day, like I feel like I'm a success already, but one of my goals I'd like to achieve, I want to be on stage in front of like thousands of people in Dubai. I want to be on a stage. And that was one of the things that ayahuasca showed me. It showed me on a stage, the blue suit, I'm sweating, and I'm power walking up and down this stage, and people are like screaming and shouting and cheering, and I go around hugging everyone. And I said to them 7 people, I said, the day I make that stage is the day I'll pay for all of you to be in the front row, because it wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for them. Because they really helped me on my journey.
And so how long is it a week?
I've done a week in there. I've done 4 ceremonies. So I've done the Monday night, you do a ceremony. Tuesday night, I don't even want to tell you. Like Tuesday night, the devil come out of me.
Yeah, wow.
It was bad. Like I'm not. I won't say I'm not scared of anything, because we're all scared of something.
Yeah.
But death doesn't scare me. Nothing really scares me. That night, I was petrified. Like absolutely petrified.
Wow.
I was biting myself. I was trying to peel the skin off my face. I was punching myself, and all I kept shouting, "Is that all you fucking got? Is that all you fucking got?" And I remember like looking to it's weird because you feel so light on your feet. You're sitting down, you wouldn't even want to try and stand up. But you're like, I looked to my right, and it was like the room was getting smaller, and I was like this. I couldn't breathe properly. I was like, and then the room's shrinking, and it's getting this pitch black. I'm like, is that all you fucking got? Is that all you got? And then all of a sudden, the room will open up. Then it'd be something else scary, something else trying to push me. And then all of a sudden, it was like a big flash of light. And it was like the words warrior. That's all I kept seeing is warrior. And it was trying to explain to me, no matter what we put on you, you survive. Yeah. And they said, you don't realise how strong you are.
Wow. I'm so glad you had an end to that. You had an end to that. There was an answer to that experience, because that would have driven me mad trying to work out the meaning.
But the next day, I was really disconnected from everyone. I didn't want to talk to anyone. I had to really. I'd go back to my room, and I'd leave the Maloka about 6 o'clock in the morning. I'd wake up about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. But because I don't know how long I slept for. I don't know how long the trip lasted. You don't know time. There is no time. And even when you go in there, I take your watch off. Oh, yeah. They're like, there is no time in the jungle.
No phones, obviously, and all that shit.
No, it's just like there's no time.
Yeah.
You go to bed when you go to bed. You wake up when you wake up.
Wow.
And it was a really beautiful way of living.
Yeah.
But I remember the Wednesday we went and swam with the dolphins. We went to like a monkey sanctuary that it wouldn't get nowhere near any health and safety over here. Like, you have to walk through the Amazon jungle, through the river. It's like probably 2 foot deep water, and that is the sanctuary. So you're walking through that to see the monkeys in the tree.
I would have been terrified.
But you can't see the water in front of you. But then when we first got to the retreat, the bloke went, "Oh, this is the Amazon River. Like, this is not the actual Amazon River. This is like a river off the Amazon River,
a tributary.
So a tributary. So he said, "You're more than welcome. Go swimming in there. You can swim." And I thought, "Fuck that." I said, "It's proper. It's like chocolate brown, leaves and." So I thought, I ain't fucking. I don't know what's in there. Crocodiles. They went, yeah, the crocodiles.
Snakes.
Yeah.
That would do
All of a sudden, 2 of the American girls have jumped in, haven't they? So I thought, fuck. My ego. My ego. I'm like, and then all of a sudden another girl's jumped in. Then a geezer jumped in, and then one of the girls and one of the blokes are like, "Oh, I don't know. I went, don't be such a pussy." I jumped in the air, and I'm halfway in the air, and I thought, what have I done? And then I swam. But basically, the Amazon River, I went there in the rainy season. So the Amazon River during rainy season raises so much, like ridiculous. So these veins off of this river are actually roads in the summer months. So the trees are coming out of the water. But that's only half the tree. The other half of the tree is below the water.
I hate the sound of that.
You know what, mate?
That fills me with dread, the thought of getting in that.
You know what?
But I would have had to, though. If I would have had to.
You're there,
I faced my fear.
Yeah. I completely I can picture
And I
that.
faced so many fears in that week.
Yeah.
That I wouldn't have jumped into that river. And I remember I spoke to one of the girls the other day, and she went to me, "I fucking shit myself in that water." I went, "I know, but the rest swam off, and you were swimming like a circle, like a roundabout." So we went through these trees, swam through these trees, and then back round to the retreat. So the rest of them have got down the end. Me and her are back here. So I'm swimming, and I'm looking back because I don't want to leave her on her own, the gentleman I am. And I'm thinking, for fuck's sake, hurry up, will you? I just want to get back. And she's so slow, and she was laughing. She went, "I was shitting myself." I went, "I know," and you were so slow. She went, "I know, I'm not a great swimmer." I was like, "Fuck me, I know that."
Yeah. God, I fucking had to kill 4 alligators.
And then Thursday night, I had another ceremony. But every time you do a ceremony, you can do more ayahuasca.
Ah, right.
So the first night I done a little bit. The second night I done like 3 times the amount I've done the first night. Sorry, and then. Yeah, I've done 3 times the amount I've done the first night. So then one of the girls, she was a beautiful girl, and I loved her character because she had balls, and she pulled me to one side. She went, "Anthony, please don't do so much tonight. I'm going to worry and all that." I was like, "What do you mean?" She went, "I thought you was going to kill someone in there." The girls got so scared on Tuesday night, they thought I was going to kill someone in the Maloka. They were like, it was like the fucking devil. So she went to me, "Can you speak to the shaman?" I said, "Listen, I don't want to upset anyone here. I don't want to take anyone's experience away from them. And from the bottom of my heart, I'm so sorry." I said, "But you got to understand, I have no control once I'm under the influence of it." I said, "I can't control." I said, "I'm so sorry if I've ruined your experience." And she was like, "You haven't ruined it, but some of the other girls wouldn't say this to you because they're too scared. They don't want to upset you." And I was like, "Listen, I appreciate that." So I went to the shaman, I spoke to him, and I said, "What would you suggest? Maybe I'll take less tonight?" And he said, "Listen, that night, something come out of you. Some, whether it was your addiction, the demons, your devils, or something you've been holding inside you. I don't know what it is," he said, "but honestly," he said, "in all the years I've been doing it," he said, "you are one of the fucking darkest I've ever seen." But he said, "But your aura is such a beautiful colour." And Thursday night was one of the most life-changing nights of my life. It was, because people say, "Oh, once you connect with it properly, you have to surrender to it. The more you fight it,
surrender.
the more it push, the harder it get." And obviously, when something's really fucking horrible and hard, you're trying to push it to stop. But it's just that ayahuasca will push you, and it will keep
deal
pushing.
with it,
mate. There was no controlling it. And Thursday night was just incredible. It was just really, it was soft, gentle, and it was showing me things about my life, experiences, and who I am as a person, my good qualities, and then Friday just sealed the deal for me. Friday was, I connected with it in a way that I've never connected with anything in my life. Like I asked it questions. I asked it, what's my purpose for being on this planet? Because I've always wondered, like, why am I here?
Yeah.
Like, I've had successful businesses and I wasn't happy. I was a successful dancer. I wasn't happy. I've been in loving relationships. It wasn't enough. I was never enough. I never felt enough. What is my purpose? And I've always believed, I don't know if we all feel it like, but I always said to my mum, I said, I know you might laugh, but I said, I'm here for great things. I know it. I know it in the bottom of my heart. Like, not fame or fortune, but I'm here to make a difference. And it showed me my gift. And it showed me my purpose. And it showed me, like, me being on stage or me helping people. And it said to me, your gift is if you meet someone for 30 seconds, 3 minutes, my aura and my vibration, people always feel like they're my friend. And people always open up to me. Then I remember he showed me a story of, like, I'd meet a stranger and talk to a stranger for 5 minutes. And he said, I've never told anyone that story. He said, I can really feel that I can talk to you. And they said, that is my gift. I make people feel comfortable. I don't judge. But they said, for me to be the best version of me, I need to open my heart. So,
do you think it seems, well, to me, it seems that week was like stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, and it took you on the journey.
Yeah.
And it was like stage 2, day 2, night 2. Was it going, all right then, let's fucking have you, you cunt.
You know what?
Let's have you right now.
I wanted it like that, though.
Yeah. And that's what I mean. It's
that's what
it
knew.
It knew you were confrontational with yourself. You had walls up. You had things you had to fight. And it went, oh, you want to fucking have a scrap then? You little prick.
Basically, probably.
It went, come on then.
And I'll tell you what, I've never been so petrified in my life. But I needed it. I needed, and I went to that jungle knowing what I wanted to get away from it, what I wanted to gain from it. I didn't know if if I would gain it, but I gained so much more than I ever thought that I ever would.
I think it's important you had a question to answer.
You have to have intentions.
Yeah, that's an important distinction.
My
isn't
intentions of life, or my intentions now, is I really just want to be a good person.
Yeah,
and do good, because like I met a homeless guy the other week, and I don't know if you see it on TikTok, but he lost his mum. And she was his carer. He had like, I don't know what his disability was, but it seemed like cerebral palsy to him or something like that. So, and he was living on the streets because his mum died 5 weeks previous or 6 weeks previous. She was his carer. He lost his home because the house was in her name, and he was living on the streets. So it broke my heart. So I got him food. I managed to get him in with charities. I got him rehomed.
Wow. Did you walk past him one day?
I walked past him, and he said, come to me and asked me for money. And I don't usually give them money. I will go take them for dinner or buy them drinks or buy them food, or only because I know they're only going to buy drugs of it. So I'd rather take them for food or buy them clothing or whatever. I would like to do something. I would never walk past anyone because I lived in the back of a van. When I lost my home.
And that could have been you so easy. That could have been you
Mate,
forever.
it was me.
Yeah.
And people, some people on the streets have just made some bad choices, and they really do want to get off the streets. Some people were happy to live their life like that, and that is their choice, their opinion. But some people just need that little bit of help. And if I could give someone that little bit of help to let them shine. But anyway, it absolutely broke my heart. And I cried. Rochester High Street. I gave him money. I took him to Subway, and he went, I'll have a 6-inch. Went, no, get a foot long. Get some crisps, get a drink. And then I spoke to the owner of the Subway. I said, if he needs a drink, can you please let him come in here? Here's my number. I took him to a couple of shops I knew. He hadn't got a mobile phone. He got robbed the night before. So I said, if he needs to contact me, let him come in and use your phone. And then I met up with him the night after, took him for dinner, and then I got him in with charities and that. But
because how he's just been dealt a shit hand.
Yeah.
Twice.
But like I said to Reuben, I said, like, life is inevitable. You will get pain. Like, life is life. And you are going to have ups and downs. Like we said, you can't always have ups. But the way you suffer is on you. You choose how you suffer. Like when my son died, that was pain that I can't explain. But then one day I realised I'm suffering here because of my own choice. I'm allowing myself to suffer. My son wouldn't want that.
I was about to say, because the pain is the pain, but your reaction to the pain is you.
Yeah, yeah.
You're replaying it in your mind. And
Non-stop.
When you said earlier about how happy and content you are now, you know, a lot of people are going to listen to that have been through similar, and they're gonna be hating the world right now. So there was months after.
Oh, I hate the world. I hate myself.
Yeah.
I hated the world. And you know what? One of the worst things, like when you come out of the hospital and you're coming out with a car seat.
Yeah.
And you put it in your car and you're meant to take your child home and you don't. Sorry. And I remember me and his mum sitting there, and we wouldn't even actually. When we turned the machine off, we didn't actually want to leave the hospital. Me and her stayed at the hospital for, I think, an extra 4 nights.
Wow.
We just used to lay in that bed, in a single bed, and we just used to cuddle each other, because I felt that's all we had was each other.
What did it? Sorry to ask you this, Abby, but what did it do? Do you think with your relationship as well?
It really brought us together at first, and then, like I said earlier, I started taking coke again, and then that was it. I was no good to anyone, and I lost myself. I done wrong. I ended up losing my business. I lost my home. And yeah, it was. So I didn't just lose my son. I lost my partner because of my own behaviour, not because of her. It was my behaviours, my wrongdoings.
But you're fucking through, brother.
Mate, you know what I'm through, and to me it was I wouldn't say grateful or appreciative, but I'm proud of how I've come through. I'm proud of the man and the person I am now, and I've got integrity, and I didn't have those values. Like I looked for love in the wrong way. Like, especially when he died, I just wanted someone to love me.
You mentioned his name was Phoenix.
Yeah.
Do you see the poetry in that word, that name?
Yeah, rise again.
You see it, don't you?
Yeah,
It's the first thing I thought when he said, somebody's called Phoenix, I thought, of course it was.
Yeah, it's mad.
It's the poetry, and that's mental, isn't it?
Yeah.
From that, him passing, you're giving so much life back.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you took yours, but you're giving it back now to other people.
And it's what can you do through him?
Yeah.
You know what? I said to someone, and when I was in the jungle, I said to people like, I didn't want him looking down on me, especially the way I treated his mum when he died, because I did go back on coke for a couple of months, whatever, and I've done some bad choices. Me and her were really close when he first died. I mean, and coke just changes me as a person, like drastically. Like, not violent. I was never violent. I was just very numb and quiet, unemotional. I had no emotion. I was just cut off. And yeah, it was tough. I just don't know.
Of course it was, brother. But look at you now, mate.
But I'm trying to. What I was getting at, but it's the experience was one of the hardest experiences I wouldn't want anyone to go through. But then there was something in me, and like I said, in the jungle, the thing that was bothering me the most is I didn't just lose my son. I lost my partner through my own actions. I lost my home, my business, everything, again. And then I've had to go back to my mum and dad's house because I just wanted to go somewhere that was safe. So I went back to my mum and dad's house, got myself sorted, went straight back to the gym because gym has always been my saviour. Every morning I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I meditate for half an hour. I'm in the gym by 4:45 every single day. That is my
anchor.
But I love structure. I love structure, and I start my day how I want the rest of my day to be. So there's no wrong or right in life. If you can't train in the morning because you're not a morning person, then don't train in the morning. Train in the night. Train in the afternoon. But what works for me, and that's when coaching, you find what works for that person. Everyone is different. So, but I said to the people in the jungle, I said, I feel that my son looks down on me and is disappointed in me. That I let his mum down. I broke his mum, and that fucked me up. That hurt more than anything because. And then I wondered if I would connect with his spirit in the jungle. Because you can connect. And part of me really wanted to connect with him, just say to him like, "I love you," and. But then another part of me was scared because I didn't know. And then someone said to me that a spirit will never be evil. Spirits are just full of love. Pure love. There is no hatred. There is nothing a spirit would ever say that's negative to you. Like, and the shaman said to me, if it's meant to be, if it's meant to connect, if it's going to gain, if you're going to learn from it, or it's meant to happen, it will happen. If not, we went there open-minded, and that was one of the first questions. Like my mum asked me, she went, "Did you see Phoenix? Did you connect with him?" I said, "No, it's not what I needed then," and I was grateful for that. But I'm at peace. I'm really at peace with losing him. I'm at peace with myself. I know that I can't change my past. But I've most certainly changed me as a person massively. And I'm so grateful for the life I get to live now. And through my experiences of life and experience of loss. Because I wouldn't be a coach now, or I wouldn't be the person I am now if I hadn't gone through that.
Of course, yeah.
And I think it really brought me back to what is really important in life. Like, you can have all that materialism. You can have everything, but when your child's laying there and life can be taken from you like that.
What are you left with at that hospital bed? What are you left with?
Nothing. Oh, nothing.
Yeah.
Can I just say as well, like, thank you for sharing that first of all and being so vulnerable.
Yeah, I'm very proud of you.
You know, 43 years old. You know,
42, Reuben.
Sorry, 42. Could be 43. Just to knock you.
I feel like I've been in there long.
Yeah. And you go, well, first time I properly met you today, and when you said about connecting with people, that's your gift. You do completely disarm everybody, I think, just through this. You got this warmth. This again, it's not. I think for the way you look a little bit and the way you sound.
Yeah.
You know, you almost don't expect it. You're like, blimey. But I imagine you haven't always been like that, and so there's a lot of hard guys out there, like probably get a grip, or I think most people can fully resonate or empathise with you.
Yeah.
But I think you've lived more lives than people. You know, you probably had 3 to 5 lives in one.
Yeah. Experience the full spectrum.
What I'm saying is basically it could have broke you, and somehow now I can't really sit in front of us, and the way you speak about it so openly is you have to be able to go. Yeah, that's where the self-love comes from, because you're providing evidence. I think this is where people go wrong. Just come back earlier, is like, if whether Phoenix is looking up to you or it's for yourself, are you providing evidence that you are who you say you are? And it's, I think for most people, they start to spiral or life shit because they're like, they can't see, they're trying to convince themselves that they're this better person, but actually, come on, like you're lying to yourself, it's because we con ourselves every single day. If you're not careful, you have to ask yourself every day, like, what have I done today? That's a bit.
I still do that, Reuben.
You still do it now.
I know my soul. I know that I'm a good person. I know that I care. But I might have days when when I'm in a bad mood. But now I know how to slow myself down. I'll be like, how would that make my partner feel?
Right.
How would that make my daughter feel? Like, how is this serving me? Does this serve someone else? So I take my life is a lot slower now, so I get to choose and make. I think before I choose my action. Sometimes I'm not. I'm far from perfect.
No, people wouldn't like you. People wouldn't resonate with you if you were.
But
you would get people would fucking hate you if you were. They would. Like
some people do.
Yeah, exactly.
But like, no one wants to sit in front, especially in your profession. No one wants to sit in front of someone they think what you have is unattainable.
Yeah.
And to be able to have flaws and be like, I'm a fucking idiot, by the way.
Yeah.
However,
yeah.
If you sat in front of them and said, I'm this, I'm that, I've done that, and I'm great. People can't relate to that.
I feel so uncomfortable being like that. You know that?
Yeah.
Like, I get more embarrassed when people say, oh, you're amazing. I'm like, thanks. Cheers.
Yeah, we can't.
Can you smack me quite hard?
But it's, and I don't get uncomfortable, ever. Like, I don't mean in a...
I love you, Anthony.
I love you too, mate.
Yeah, you're a fucking top bloke.
I love you too.
Oh, what?
I
love you.
Love
Love you too.
you, mate. Yeah.
Take your shirt off. No,
Right.
sorry. No. Fuck, I've done it again. I've done it again.
I know you got that to get out of your system. But...
Don't talk about my system, mate.
See, men can be lovey-dovey. This macho-ness. I was, oh man, for so many years, just like, gotta be a man's man. Can't show people emotion. It just completely knackers you in the end.
It does tie you. Like, my dad was very much a man's man. I didn't see my dad cry until I was 16.
Really?
And put it this way, I told my parents, I said to them, I'm going to Australia. And they were like, yeah, whatever, you prat.
Get lost.
And I went, no, seriously, I'm going in 2 weeks' time. I booked my flight. I went and got my visa. I went and had $2,000 in my bank account, so I got my visa. So there's my ticket. There's my visa. I'm going. My mum and dad were like, you're fucking joking. I went, no, I told you I'm going. I'm going for 4 years and all. So they were like, so the day I was leaving for Australia, I was in the living room and my mum's crying. My mum always cries. And my dad, I could see my dad getting a bit choked up. And I'm really uncomfortable because I'm not used to him. And he went, see you later, mate, love you. Or I don't even remember if he said love you, but he put his hand out to shake my hand like a business agreement. Yeah. And I shook his hand. My mum went, for fuck's sake, John, give him a cuddle, will you? and it was just one of those awkward moments because I don't think I've ever had a cuddle off with Dad in all my life. Now, I cuddle him all the time. And
that barrier's down.
Oh, mate, you know what? He took me to get hypnotised, so if it wasn't for my dad, I'd be dead now. Like he saved my dad saved my life, and we've had our differences.
Pick up Mr. Noble.
Thank you, Dad. We've had our differences. We are very different, but similar in other ways. And I respect the way he brought me up, and he did give me a backbone. My dad is not materialistic at all. He's been a great provider, and I know he loves me. Like the other week, and that was one of the things that come up in I asked was I never felt I had my dad's approval. Like. And don't get me wrong, we feel fucking selling drugs and I'm getting nicked and I'm all over the newspapers and then I've got a business, then I ain't got a business.
It's a tough sell, isn't it?
Then I got someone pregnant and then it's like people used to say to me, fuck me, your life is like EastEnders. I'm like, ain't correlation.
I'm 24 hours, ain't he? The whole fucking lot.
I said, fuck, I never, honestly, I never had a break. And then after Phoenix passing, me and my dad got on all right before that. I mean, he took me to get hypnotised, but there was always something. Anyway, I said to him, listen, if I die or I'm on the deathbed tomorrow and you're on your deathbed, I said, I don't want to die on this planet with any regrets. I said, and I know that I will regret it. I don't having a relationship with you properly. So
it's hard. That's hard to say that.
And he looked at me and he got a bit upset and I just started crying. I said, listen, I've got one dad in this world. You've got one son. And he said, looked at me and he said, I love you. And then, so I started taking him out every other week and we started spending time together. And we'd only ever talk about business, work. That's all we could talk about. I had nothing to talk about with my dad. I had no connection. It's different now. It's so much different. And my dad grew up hard. He was in foster homes and he was in and out of foster cares. He didn't meet his dad till he was 44. So I do understand. Makes sense now. I do understand.
Yeah.
But I don't. Also, you got to understand is like you can't blame your past for your future.
Of course.
You can't say, oh, it's because of this reason. Like, because what I didn't get from my dad, love, I think I overcompensated my daughter because I want to be that loving, caring dad, and I want to be involved. I want to be.
Then it's suffocating.
But yeah, on the other, like without that way, like I remember I was in a relationship with a girl, and her relationship with her dad was absolutely phenomenal. Like, she would tell her dad anything, whether it was about a relationship, whether it was about her friends taking drugs, and she wanted to try it. And there was so much respect there, like massive respect. But there was barriers. There was like, I mean, and I'd love that with my daughter. Like, my daughter is my absolute life. She's the only bit of blood I have in this world that's mine, or part of me. I won't have any more children, and she's my life savior, my little girl, and she worries the fucking life out of me because she is a mini me.
Oh no!
Yeah, exactly. Her mum rings me. I speak to her mum, and I'm like, as my little angel, she goes, "She's fucking you." She's I can't handle it. It's another one of you.
How is your daughter?
She's 6.
6, yeah.
She's brilliant, mate. Honestly, we just come back. I just took her on holiday, and we're going to go away again soon. But she had a table of 13 people, adults, in laughter. She was entertaining them for about a good 20 minutes, half hour. She has got a gift.
Yeah, there's something there.
There's
brilliant. Something in them jeans.
I've got Cheetos.
Not them. No, not them.
These are too tight to get anything in.
Oh,
How do you? That's a question. How do you parent in 2025? It must, just for the parents listening out there.
Listen,
I've got a lot of
to me,
friends.
there is no rule book to parenting. But I do know one thing. Since I've learnt coaching and since I've learnt about how the mind works, habits are formed, and I'm so very careful on some of the words I use or the beliefs I would put in my daughter's head.
Or to see how what your opinion is of something, or the way your belief system.
Because I always say to my daughter, you can be anything you want. If you want to be the president of the United States, you can be. It might take time and it might take you 50 years, but you can achieve it. Everything comes from a dream.
So there's no limit because
the world is infinite. There is,
and I feel like that's the curse of. You said earlier that your parents passed down the way they were brought up. They also passed down the limiting beliefs that their parents taught.
Yes, of course.
And it's up to you as a. I'm not a fucking parent, but it's up to the parent to break that cycle.
Yeah.
To be like, actually, my dad wouldn't. Me and him didn't have this at this time. However, that's not your problem.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's so much easier said than done because it's built in, isn't it?
Subconsciously, once you've got a belief, like when they say, "Oh, money doesn't grow on trees," or it's like times are tough, or this world's a bad place. Like, if you're brought up with that, and subconsciously, that is hard to get rid of. And the like you always hear online, like, how do you get rid of limiting belief? All right, well, how the fuck do you get rid of it?
If it's ingrained.
But no one tells you how to get rid of it. Or the thing that makes my coaching stand out to anyone I know, what I coach is sustainability. All right, we can all fucking go on a diet and lose a stone or 3 stone, but then how comes you put 4 stone back on 5 months later? Because you're not taught how to sustain it. So there's all these get quick fix schemes. So like I had a client or people before, or whatever, I've got friends that say, "Oh, I stopped coke for 6 months, I ain't got a problem." Yeah, but it's fucking your life up now again. You started again. But in their back of it, subconsciously, they tell themselves they haven't got a problem because 4 years ago they stopped for 6 months.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
My problem was always pacing. So I'd decide overnight I'm changing my whole life. So I'd stop all the things at once. So I'd be like, right, fuck me, I need 8 hours sleep, get up at 6, go to the gym, come back, do this, do that, bang,
But you can't sustain that.
Did it for 2 days.
Yeah.
And then the third would be the worst.
Yeah, because then you're making up for lost time.
Yeah.
Do you know what my mum always said to me? She said from young age, she's like, why would you ever need to drink a load or do drugs when you can already have a good time. It's already going to be a good, like, why do you need to go and it kind of always stuck with me. But then when you got that peer pressure, It's just unbelievable. Like whether it's a football lads on
Yeah,
the
yeah,
weekend
yeah.
or whatever group you're in, we've all got different like little pockets. And you're like, to be the one of 18 that isn't doing it. That's
I'm an odd one out now when I go out, but you know what? I'm proud of it and I love it. And people,
you're 40, yeah, but you're 42, right? So you built that. The first couple times you don't do it with them is the hardest because you're going to feel like the outcast.
100%. Yeah,
you're going to feel like,
and you see all them lot jumping up and down all over each other,
and
you're
all loving each other.
You're normal, thinking they're driving me up the fucking wall.
I've heard the same fucking story 6 fucking times.
If he tells me one more time,
I remember
beat that bloke up 14 times.
I was literally just about to say, it's always about beating.
It's always
up.
violence. It's brilliant.
And it always
there was 4 geezers, but you want to see
them. And it was 3 geezers.
Sure, there was. It was 3 women. They come out of bingo and done you.
Yeah. Do you ever, like, now, after going through everything you've gone through, you come back the other side, do you... It's hypothetical, but if your daughter then...
Yeah, go on, go there.
Went there, or started the path, maybe not...
It would break my heart.
And would you...
I've already had this discussion with people. I'd be so upset. No, I wouldn't be upset. I'd be scared. Because if she's got the... What you got to remember with cocaine is, you obviously know, but cocaine stimulates your pleasure cells in your brain. So when you first start doing it, the first line is obviously you get a high that is fucking incredible. Like, I won't sit here and lie and say that it's not a nice feeling, because it is fucking beautiful feeling. But you never get that. Then all night you're chasing that same high from the original first line, which you're never going to get.
Tolerance is fucked.
Well, once
the chemicals stop working.
The chemicals stop working. But then what a lot of people don't realise is it's not actually I'm not going to sit here and say that cocaine addictive, because it fucking is. But when you mix it with alcohol, it makes a chemical in your brain called cocaine, and that is what gives you the effect, and that is what gives you a high. That's why it goes hand in hand. Yes, because if you do it on your, like, you got dry sniffers. I was a dry sniffer. I could sniff without alcohol. But as soon as you put alcohol with it, it makes a different chemical in your brain, and that heightens the high, and it gives you, that's the part that's addictive.
Sounds like you know what you're talking about when it comes to...
Yeah, I've done it a couple of times. There was a thing that I watched the pro...
Did you study it by any chance? That was really weird, that.
Yeah, by the way, do you want a bag?
It's 300 kind. Anyway,
that was going to be our gift at the end.
Oh, you can front right off. There was they'd done a thing with monkeys. Yeah, so they put a monkey in a room with a computer screen, and it had like blue triangles, orange squares, red circles, for instance. So above the computer screen was like a bit of string with like a bowl on it or whatever. So the monkey worked out that every time he pressed the screen on like the round red ball, a bit of berry juice would drop down, so he'd get a reward. So he'd put his tongue out and drink it. Then he's thinking, right, so it's every time I touch the screen, then he works out that it's the red berry. He gets a berry juice. So they keep him in this room, and he does it. And he goes outside, has a play. Then he does it again, and he's loving the berry juice. So now he's getting addicted to this berry juice. So now what they do is they do the berry juice, like the red button, every 6 go instead of every 3. So he's getting the ump. Yeah? So they do it even more, and he's getting the ump even more, like he's trying to smash the computer. And then they let him have loads of it. Then they take it away from him for a bit. And then what they do is they leave the door open, and they let other monkeys come in. The other monkeys are doing it, but they leave the door open so they can go out and play with all their mates and all that. The monkey who's been in there the longest, who's got the addictive nature now, won't even eat the food and doesn't go out with his friends anymore.
So it's just tunnel vision. Bang.
Tunnel vision. Yeah, and that even goes for a monkey. It's mad that they would choose that red berry juice over food and playing with their friends.
Well, what are we? 96.8% DNA
yeah,
with chimps, or whatever. Yeah. So
it's crazy though.
Just as fucked, really.
The same as they done cocaine the same with mice and rats, and the rats would not eat.
They starve, don't they? I remember reading about that. Yeah, they starve to death before they fucking give up on the chemical. Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing that humans have the ability to fall apart so quickly.
Yeah.
With just that one thing. It can be.
I always wondered what the world would have been like if there wasn't any drugs.
Do you ever wonder? Sorry, you just set me off now.
Go on.
Cocaine, be it heroin. My brother lives over in Vancouver, North America.
Yeah.
He took us when we visited a couple of years or last year. Went to see, I think, Chicago Town.
Yeah.
Or there's a basically a road there, famous, a bit like the place in LA, where it's miles of homelessness, and like zombies they call them, because they're all fucked on like fentanyl.
Fentanyl. You know what?
It comes all the way from
Fentanyl's
China.
mad.
How many people it kills? And I always wonder though.
But they start mixing that with coke now.
Do they? Oh,
yeah.
Fuck it now.
Like people have been dying over here because of it. Like fentanyl, I think is 1,000 times stronger than morphine.
Fuck me, morphine have you dribbling.
So morphine, basically, you can self-administer it with the button, but they only let you do so many buttons. But this fentanyl is 1,000 times stronger. Like you need a tiny, like 0.001 of a gram could kill you.
Fuck yeah, no.
It is that dangerous.
Yeah, you smoke it or inject it.
Yeah, it's mad. Like when I was in prison, there wasn't that thing called spice. Spice wasn't in there then, but there's there was a lot of problems with spice and that. But I'd never see it because I wasn't involved. I've never done it. I mean, it wasn't in there when I was in there.
Because you see people, as you said, actually zombies. They're just.
It's sad. You know what? It's like
I feel like it's orchestrated, is what I'm trying to say.
It's
because
sad.
why is there so much access to? If the government cares, we can let all these people come off on the boats.
Right. Good.
Right. Okay. And big up Reform. No, I don't want to get cancelled too early. No, but there's clearly a problem at the moment, and not all of them are bad. We know all that. I'm not going to get into it, but we can allow for these drugs just to. Now I know it's like the gangs are impossible.
I don't think you're never going to control drugs. You're never going to stop them. And I do think I do see people, especially in London. I see people that are zombies or people that aren't, and my heart bleeds because I was there, not on the streets like them, but I lived in I remember I lost my house and I lived in the back of a van for about 4 months, and then I'd go to a gym to have a shower and then go to work and I lived in the woods for a couple of weeks in a tent because I had nowhere to go, and I was there. But I had that much. I wasn't broken that amount enough yet to get me there. But I see some people, and I just want to hug them. I want to look after them. I want to take them in. And there's like a guy near me, and I gave him my mobile number. I said, "Listen, I'll get you off the streets," because he said, "I can't get a job because I ain't got a bank account." I said, "Listen, I'll open you a bank account. You can put my address, but you got to promise me." I said, "I will drug test you and I will alcohol test you." I said, "I will help you get a job. I will help you get your own flat. But you need to stay clean." I said, "I'll get you somewhere to stay." And I gave him my number. Didn't hear from him. I see him 2 weeks later. I said, "He didn't ring me." I said, "I gave you my hand out." He went, "Yeah, I know. I need to." I went, "You don't want it enough. You're happy to stay there then. Like, I can only help you so much." I said,
timing.
But when you're in
Maybe
that bad
hasn't
state,
sunk
you
deep
don't...
enough yet.
"Yeah, I know, but you're sleeping behind a calf. You're sitting there."
How far has it got to go before you actually go, fuck this, I need to sort my... But then a lot of people haven't got... What do you do if you've lost hope, you've got nobody in your life?
Yeah, he's got a couple of kids.
Oh,
so for me, like, I would never let my child see me like that. Like I said to you earlier, I don't care about fame. I don't care about fortune. I don't care about... I just want to be... I want my legacy to know that I've helped people. I've changed people's lives. And like I said earlier, I genuinely do. I love the world. I love everyone who comes into my life. I wish everyone love and happiness. And I want my daughter to be proud of her dad. And my daughter even says to me, "I love what you do for a job, Daddy. You make people happy." And that's what that's
legacy, brother.
That's what my daughter says that I do for a living. And like she goes, "Can we do videos together?" Like she loves it.
In the moments when you were at your lowest point, is there anything like... There's a big thing about relationships now, and I think a lot of people are struggling. Both sides. Men and women. Do you think because we all have moments in our life, like when you got two people come together, depending on you got small or large families, there's always something going on. There's always some tension. There's some bad news that drops.
Yep.
And like you said earlier, it's not 50-50. Sometimes you're flying. Sometimes
100%.
the other person's flying. And it's not being... You can, if you're not careful, I've seen it where, people get a little bit jealous of each other on that. If someone's getting success and the other person's suddenly, I got you through,
You're the wrong person, mate.
You find that a lot. Like when I coach people, especially if I coach, say for instance, I coach a man. The amount of times I've seen it where a man will be struggling with addiction or depression or something, and all of a sudden, 3 to 6 months later, his life has changed. He's propelled, but his partner has stayed where she is. And she gets envious and jealous and thinks he's having an affair or cheating and I always do say to my clients now, you must involve your partner on your journey. Because if you don't involve your partner in your journey, you're going to go one way, you'll be unaligned. Like, I don't want to sit here and talk about my own personal relationship because my personal life is important to me. But there was a stage in my relationship with my partner I'm currently with that I transformed my life so much. And I'm such a positive, happy person. And I was so involved in my business that I sort of left her behind. But then I was saying, like, why are you so, like, you see, is everything all right? You seem down. And I'm 100%, my vibrations are high. And I've sort of neglected her. And I'm expectation. We spoke about before, like, I expect her to be on the same vibration as me. But if I'm not carrying her with me on my journey or lifting her with me or involving her, then there was, and I was in a bit of a, not predicament, but I was in a position where I thought, maybe she's not right for me. Maybe I should leave her. But I don't do rash decisions. Before I was so sporadic. And I would... like we said earlier, you'd say, like, one day you wake up and be like, that's it, I'm not smoking, I'm not drinking, I'm not doing drugs, I'm going to go gym every fucking day. And it'd last for 3 days. Yeah. That was me. So now I don't make rash decisions. I think about it, I look into it, I take my time, and thank fuck I did, because she's an amazing woman. She's soft, kind, caring. I love her to bits.
Reminds you of the best of life, or the best of people.
She brings a good side of me out. And to me, a relationship is about... whether it's 50-50, 70-30, to me, I bring something to a relationship. You should bring something to a relationship, and together we flourish.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? I don't need a partner anymore to find happiness. That's key for me.
Which means the relationship you have is rooted in security and not need.
Yeah. I am so happy. I could live the rest of my life happy on my own. I don't need a partner to bring me happiness. But... I love sharing my life with someone.
Have you ever heard the brick house analogy for relationships? Which is where you've got a brick house, she's got a brick house. Bricks are all the little things that make you, her, right? Yeah. And what people try and do is smash everything into one. Whereas what you're meant to do is take the best brick from there, and you build the third house, which is the relationship. Yeah. And what people do is they rush to basically go, my life, my rules, this is me, this is what I do, this is blah, 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 and the other person doing the same thing.
Fit in, you've got to fit in.
You've got to build something new. Yep. Instead of it's Mrs. You, this is me, fuck that, do that, or fuck it.
And also, no one is perfect. There's fucking things that I do that drive her up the wall. But there's things about her that don't drive her up the wall, but they're her imperfections, but I accept them.
Human.
And I love her for her imperfections, do you know what I mean? And it makes her the person she is. Like, I'll never forget. I shouldn't really say this one, but we were sitting together we've been together about 2 months, and we were sitting on the sofa, and she said to me, "Is there anything about you'd change?" And I said, "Not really." I said, "I'm quite confident in my body." I said, "I've always wanted a nose job." I said, "But I've got to that point now. I don't give a fuck. I've got a long nose." It's what it is. So, but I said, "I'm actually getting my teeth done in a couple of months' time." And she said to me, "Oh, I'd love my teeth done." And her teeth were quite nice. She had a little wonky one at the front. So I called her Nanny McPhee as a joke. Right? So I said, and I could see how much it meant to her. And I'd only been with her a little while, about 3 months, 4 months. But for some reason, I had a massive connection with her from the minute we met. And I felt it was I could afford it, so I said, I'll pay for your teeth to be done. Have them done with me. So our first holiday, we went away and had our teeth done. And you know what? It was one of the best holidays I've ever had in my entire life. But I remember...
You're both smiling anyway.
Oh, you know what? It was... I remember coming out of having my teeth done, like finalised and all that, but I was more excited about hers than my own.
That's when you know it's real, don't it, surely?
And I remember she had a COVID mask on and she pulled them down and I nearly cried. And a woman said to me, I met a woman at a hotel and she said to me, "You're going to cry." I wasn't... Well, cry over some new teeth, you fucking idiot. Like, I cried 3 times. I woke up in the morning, I looked in the mirror and I was just so happy. Like,
what did it mean for you, the teeth thing? Was it just an image that you were just like, oh, I'm just sick of this?
No, my teeth weren't bad, to be fair. I was a bit conscious of smiling. Like, because I always said to people, it took me 40 years to grow into my teeth, and I got new ones. Like, I looked like my mum had an affair with Roger Rabbit when I was a child.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah. Was there anything you'd have done?
I'd have a load done, but I think I'm fortunate. I'm fortunate that I have come to learn not to care as much. A bit younger than Anthony, for whatever. Maybe it's a generational thing.
Or maybe you're just a lot maturer than me.
No, I don't know.
I think it stems from your younger age. Schooling, friends, parents, relationships. Insecurities grow and they fester.
Certain things happen.
I always find it fascinating when someone tells me an insecurity they have, and you think, that is not the top 10 things wrong with you. You know what I mean?
You ain't even seen that bit.
Let me give you a list. I've got one for you.
But, you think, fucking hell.
And you always find, like, I've got female clients, and I mainly coach men, but I do have females come to me. And I said to someone the other day, I said, I don't know why I keep getting all these women want to work with me. And they were like, fucking seriously, you don't understand why. Good looking boy like you. And I was like, fuck off. I'm no oil painting at all. But anyway, the amount of women that will work with me or want to work with me, and I look at them and think, wow, you're stunning. But they are so insecure. And it always baffles me.
Why is that, you think?
I don't know.
It's got to be.
I think it might be culture.
It's got to be culture.
Like, you know what it's like? You meant to, like, years ago, you meant to be stick thin. You meant to look like this. Now it's you got to have your big lips and you got to have this and
it changes like sort of.
I remember a girl. I don't want to say. I can't say anyone's name, but I remember a girl years ago and she had her lips done, she had her bum done, she had her boobs done. Then I didn't see her for about 5 years. Then she popped round. I remember opening the door and I didn't even recognise. I was like. She was like, it's Santo. She said her name then. I was like, fuck me, what you had done? Or what ain't you had done?
Yeah.
And then I didn't realise, because I'm like that, there's no filter with me. And then she was like, thanks very much. But you, where do you stop? Do you know what I mean? Or is it the same? I don't know, because I'm not a woman. I've had my teeth done, I've stopped that, do me. But maybe it's I don't know. Women maybe comment on this, because I don't understand. But for me, I've got tattoos. I've got lots of 20-odd tattoos, and they're very addictive. So you get one, you think, oh, I want one more. So maybe it's like that for beauty for women, or I don't know.
I'm trying to hark back to any conversations I've had with women about it and realise I never actually spoke to a woman before thinking about it. I've got nothing.
We're going tonight. I'll teach you.
No, I think, look, again, like social, no, data will back this up. Oh, Billy hates me for when I say about relationships or men and women, about data this, because I'm a data man. Maybe it should be on my tombstone. But yeah, men don't care as much basically about looks when it comes to attractiveness with a bird, or about sleeping with them or whatever. Whereas, sorry, if I got that the other way around, men think about looks a lot more than women think about. Yeah,
you're talking about for the opposite sex.
For the opposite sex. So women don't care as much. Obviously, they want you to be.
Yeah.
To be in an absolute mess, but they'll a bit more. You know, it's about your humour and it's about how you talk and how you treat them, and how you make them feel. Yep. Whereas we're a bit like,
tits and arse, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, and so
But that's probably a biological thing, whereas men are biologically driven to go for traits physically.
Yeah.
And women need to biologically prefer safety or
go for a warrior,
strength
Spartan.
or intelligence because they're all
because women are a bit smarter than men, I would say.
Loads smarter, baby.
Well, I wonder what's happened. We're all like wondering now why women are getting better paid jobs, more CEOs.
I'll tell you what, if women run the world, I think it'd be a kinder place.
I'd say there'd be a lot more empathy.
Yeah.
Oh,
empathy.
yeah.
You know what? Empathy is a great word. I love that word.
Yeah, there's not enough of it, is there?
No.
I had to learn that.
100%. I didn't give a fuck about anyone or anything, especially when I was in my drug days.
Yeah.
Like,
that's what coke actually did for me. It made me very unempathetic.
Yeah.
To pretty
I was
much
emotionless.
fucking anything. And then I was like, oh, great. Everyone's crying now.
But it's mad though. Like the next day, like when you're on a come down, and you're like, I've got to stop this shit. I've got to stop this shit. Do you know what I mean? And then by 3 o'clock, you're back to normal. You feel all right. Like, right, where are you?
Yeah, I fucking thought it's such a fascinating thing, drugs. It's always fascinated me from a personal use perspective and for other people.
How it can change, like even that ayahuasca, I've said about it time and time again, but how that has changed my life in such a positive way. Yeah. Like I wouldn't want to put it this way. If I felt that I needed a reset, like I would definitely go back and do it again, 100%. But it's not something I'd like. By the time I'd done the Tuesday night, I didn't want to do the Thursday, Friday. I wanted to go home.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
It was fucking horrible. But
do you think that people can achieve the same, let's say, enlightenment from, or not? It's this. What we're talking about here. It's like self-awareness to such a level, connection to self, SELF.
Yeah.
Do you think people can achieve that without the enhancement of this drug kicking you into the? Because I think you can. The problem is we're so distracted.
You're an extremist.
Yeah, you're an extremist. Yeah, but
so you need extreme action.
Yeah.
To fucking it you.
But
in
when
the
do you actually? When does the average person watching this, right? When do you actually spend more than half an hour of any day doing nothing?
You don't, because people don't like. You know what? Look, especially these days with social media, computers, laptops, phones, everything digital, we never sit within our own minds, and the only way to really get to know you is through solitude.
Yeah, I like journaling,
and ideally you don't want to
journaling. Like journaling's amazing. Like I actually don't. I do like what I'm grateful for, gratitude, and I actually ask myself questions every morning when I wake up. Why am I a billionaire? Why have I got a body of an athlete? Why am I this? Why am I that? Like I've got Vishen Lakhiari. He's great. He owns Mind Valley. He's brilliant. And but I think you can. Like meditation's been amazing for me. I love meditation. It gives me that time because I like to explain to people like you will never stop thoughts. You don't get a feeling through a thought.
Did you say Alan Watts said, if you've got nothing to think about except thoughts, what you thinking about?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like
the
paradox
it's the
of
thinking that gives you a feeling. So like if I sit and I get a thought is like a cloud. It'll come in and it'll go, but I have no attachment to it because it's just a thought. And that's where people get it all wrong.
It's a great analogy, actually.
You're the watcher. You're the watcher on the wall, not the...
But as soon as you have that thought, then you attach to it, you start thinking. And then that's what triggers emotions. So, like, you'd sit there and think of a black cat. Or no, for instance, you're at work and someone says to you that, the boss wants you in his office quickly. You've gone from your boss wanting you in the office quickly, straight away, your brain always works on survival mode, primal fear. So, straight away, you've gone from you going to your boss's office to losing your wife and kids and house because you're going to lose your job. Nothing's been said yet.
Yeah.
But straight away, you're thinking the worst case scenario. And you could be going in there and say, oh, thanks for that job you done yesterday. It was amazing. But our brains don't work like that. But it's the thinking. So straight away, and you can't, everyone knows that your brain can't work out if it's happening now, the past, or the future. All it knows is that thought or that thinking is giving you that feeling. Like, if I'm driving down the road and all of a sudden there's blue flashing lights behind me, I'll get a knot in my stomach.
Yeah, immediately. I'm like, they've finally done it.
I've done nothing wrong.
They've finally done it.
I've got nothing wrong. But straight away, like, oh,
Yeah.
and then it goes past you like, oh. You think, why?
Yeah.
Why? But that not in your stomach. That is mad.
It's amazing. And then the inverse of it, you can think, oh, fucking hell, my life's great. My life's great. My life's great. And your life might be shit. But then one day, something sinks in. And you're like, my life's great.
Yeah.
I'm all right, actually. And you thought yourself into it.
That's right.
And you can think yourself out of it. Of course you can.
You can. Like, they say, oh, I said to someone yesterday, let's sort of struggle with anxiety. And I said, anxiety ends up becoming depression. And it's like a spiral. You spiral, and before you know it, it's so easy done. If you can spiral down, you can spiral back up. But you need a push. Yeah?
Yeah, movement, momentum. And momentum's a big one.
Mate, I swear by it. And I don't want to keep saying on social media, get up in the morning, get out, because some people don't want to get up and get out. But trust me, as soon as you move, it floods your brain starts moving with endorphins. And I always say to people, even if it's dancing naked in your kitchen, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Whatever makes you happy or what makes you feel good, do more of it.
Yeah, at intervals you're comfortable. If you haven't got, that's
people push themselves.
That was always my thing.
Yeah, yeah.
100, 0 to 100.
People go, oh, like you said to me the other day, I went to gym for 2 hours. I was thinking, you prat. No, I was thinking, like, you don't need no more than 45 minutes to an hour. You don't need no more than that.
Yeah.
Because what people end up doing is I say to people, what would happen if you went to the gym for 7 hours on a Sunday? Your body ain't going to change much. But if you went for an hour every day...
Oh, yeah, hemorrhoid or something, yeah.
Yeah.
That's another story.
Yeah.
But your body wouldn't change. But if you went for an hour every day, and that is life, it's about consistency. That's all it is. If you're doing consistently good actions, and I always say it's the micro actions that give you the massive shifts, like changing the way you eat. Even if it's 1 meal a day, make that 1 meal a day in the morning good and healthy. You probably feel better that morning. All right, you'll be shit in the afternoon because you're at McDonald's or whatever, but at least you started something. It's
incremental.
It's better to start something. Like if I said to someone, go walk 10 minutes every morning. Don't have to do half hour, 10 minutes. By the end of the week, you've probably walked 2 miles. That's 2 miles that you wasn't doing originally. There will be some gain from it somewhere.
Yeah, and just thinking that 10 minutes was impossible. And then you do it. And then suddenly that half an hour.
Yeah, and then you gamify it. You want to push it because human beings, we work much better when we gamify it. Like, I challenge myself all the time. Like, I'll be at the gym and I'll say, right, I'm going to get 12 reps. And I'll get to 12 and I'm like, if you don't do this one, you'll be the worst life coach in the world. or I say something to myself like, if you do this one, if you do another 3, you're going to get another 3 clients this month. And I'll be like, and I'm not one of those. I won't make noise in the gym. So I'm
like, for me, it was making my bed.
Jordan Peterson, man, he's changed the world.
Out loud, so
what's that?
That's the line. Is to make your bed.
Make your bed, and it worked for me.
Mate, listen, if your home or house is untidy, it would fuck my head up.
Yeah,
like clear home, like that feng shui. I mean, it's about flowing energies and all that. But I think, especially if you've got a tidy home, your head's clear. You know, it's like it's messy, and it's the same with business. I learned from a great guy many years ago something called mind mapping, and it changed my business. So, say for instance, your wife or your girlfriend or whatever says to you, "You've got to build the wardrobe." That wardrobe is now looping around your head. Now someone else says to you, "Oh, you got a meeting at 2, like you got a meeting." Something else, you got to go shopping. Now them 3 things are looping around your head. You have 60,000 thoughts a day, I reckon. But you probably get, I don't know, say 50 jobs in a day you're meant to do. They are looping around your head all day long. And then you're going to get brain fog. So what mind mapping does is you put bubbles on the computer screen, like there's apps for it, but you do sections. So as soon as you write down, you can do it in a journal, in a paper, you say, right, I'm going to build that wardrobe on Tuesday. So you write it down. Your brain, as soon as you've wrote that down, it's left your brain. It stops looping.
because it attributes you writing it down to the start of that action.
They reckon the brain thinks it's been dealt with,
Yeah.
or it knows it's being dealt with on Tuesday, so it doesn't loop anymore. So then you do the next thing for another thing, and I would spend 2 hours or an hour every morning or every afternoon and going through the things that So I do different bubbles. I've got one for finance, one for things that are urgent, one for things that can wait, or I do bubbles for days. But then it stops looping. All of a sudden, now I'm so much more productive because things are getting done. They're mind mapping.
You're then getting the serotonin of completing it.
Because at the end of it, you get your little green tick.
Yeah.
And you look at the bubbles at the end of the week, and you're like, fuck me, I've done 36 actions this week. Amazing.
Yeah.
Mind mapping is amazing. I love it.
I love the fact that that's a habit that doesn't require money.
Yeah.
It doesn't require time, really. Like, on the grand scheme of things, does it?
And once you start, I've got another productivity journal that I do every Sunday. I sit down I usually do it in the morning for the Monday. So I write down the key elements I must achieve, and then ones that are not so important, and then ones that are not really important. So once I achieve those ones, and then they've got a feeling of how. Then once I achieve it, I'll put how that made me feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're doubling down on the positive. Every single action, there's a positive action, positive action, positive. Yeah.
You know, some people be listening to, those little changes. You always said that about those incremental.
Yeah.
They seem tiny. Some high achievers, to them, that is like, and I think all of us can relate to this, where those little things now seem so minute and minuscule. Like, we're now doing, it's always the hedonic treadmill. Now it's like bigger stuff we've got to do.
Yeah.
That habit. What's your habits looking like? How's your day performing? Whereas when you just say to someone, make your bed, they're like, what the fuck is that going to do? But it's just enough to, when you're in, because it seems ridiculous to us now because we're all operating at quite a high level. You can't imagine yourself going back there, but it just takes a little bit, and suddenly you're back in a bit of a hole, and you're like, okay, make your bed.
Self-care.
Self-care.
Like a massive thing for me. Like, no matter how poor you are, you can always care for yourself, like your cleanliness and hygiene and it all starts from self-love as well. And like, I remember my granddad, like he wore a suit and tie to the day he died, and I love that.
Yeah,
I love that
because it's like no one gives a fuck what he's wearing.
No,
but
in his head,
his head,
and they say like aftershave. You put aftershave on, it's like putting your Superman cape on. You're now ready. Or it used to be for me a watch. I've had so many Rolex watches and fucking God knows what watches. But as soon as I put that, if I left the house without one, I'm naked. I've got to go home. I need my do you know what I mean? It's just
And I always think that you can really change it if you break down what's making you up normally, if not normal life. You break down what's actually pissing you off. 9 times out of 10, it's just 1 or 2 things on that little chain that you're neglecting.
Yeah.
And as soon as I fucking used to love a cold shower.
Yeah.
I fucking used to love a cold shower because it'd be like, get in that, you cunt.
Yeah.
And shut up now. And it was that turn off time.
See, I hate the cold, but I do cold showers now and then.
Yeah, now and then for me.
Yeah.
When I think, why am I fucking miserable today? Let's see how I feel after the cold shower. And then after I've gone through that,
that's why everyone's doing them cold baths now, aren't they?
Yeah, the plunges. They're fucking good. They are good.
But then you get someone else say it's like bad for you. If you do it too much.
Everyone's different. Like as soon as you say, I remember years ago they said, "Oh yeah, hairspray gives you cancer." Like fuck me, like everything can give you cancer, but also stress is the biggest killer. There's a woman today that reached 116 years old in Surrey. Yeah, 116, and they asked her, and they said to her, "What would you suggest to make people live longer?" She said, "Happy life." You live happy and positive, you will live longer. And that's so true. Like Joe Dispenza, I absolutely love that man. I think he's incredible. Like how a thought becomes a feeling, and how a feeling then triggers genes in your body. And like if you think you're going to get cancer or think you're going to get ill, I'm not a scientist, I don't know, but I totally believe in it.
And stress.
I've seen people like, if I sit there and think, oh, I've got a bad back, I haven't really, but all of a sudden I start feeling clinges in my back, or if
it's like when you watch a program and someone's talking about their knee got smashed to pieces, and it starts making you go, "Oh, let's just stretch that. That's got a bit tight."
It's mad, though, isn't it?
It's crazy, but that's
because you're sending signals to the nervous system.
Yep.
And then it's triggering. It's mad.
And I always think like the stress is, especially for someone like myself and you, we charge around all the time, and we don't necessarily feel the stress. But just because you're not feeling it doesn't mean it's not.
I would say mental stress and like. Because I was an electrician for a long while, so it was more physical strain. And then I got into the role of obviously like managerial and project managing, and then obviously I had my own businesses, and the stresses are totally different. And it's like you go to bed of a night and you can't sleep properly because you're overthinking, or you're worried about finances, or worried about a job, or worried about, do you know what I mean? And it's especially like with the clients I work with, they're high performing, they're successful within their own right, whatever success is to them. But at the end of the day, they're a human being. We all struggle with something, or we might have achieved everything that we wanted to achieve or told we were meant to achieve, but we feel empty or lost or burnt out, or you'll struggle with anxiety. And anxiety, depression, addiction, they don't give a fuck what colour you are, what race you are, or how much money you got in the bank.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, you, me, we're no different. We're no different. We're spinning vibrations in a human spirit and in a human body. That is it.
Yeah. The universe observing itself.
Yeah.
That's what they say humans are.
Like, and I'm so grateful for this experience I'm having as a human. And it might sound a bit woo-woo and people will laugh, especially my mates. But I honestly don't give a fuck. Like, I absolutely adore my life. And I'm so grateful for the opportunities, the experiences, the losses, the gains, to be able to do what I do now for a living. And every message I get through from people on social media saying that my videos have changed their life, or that my video has a positive effect on them, that's why I do what I do.
I think you're smashing it.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely smashing it, mate.
And do you know what? Yeah. I'm just great. I'm grateful to sit down with someone like you.
Cheers, Tom.
It's very fucking real. And as we were saying in the car up here, when do you get a chance to look someone in the eyes and be like, this shit's fucking real right now?
Yeah.
Can't hide in this room.
Yeah.
You just can't. We're in it. So, yeah, I want to say from both of us, thank you, mate.
No, thank you.
Thank you, because that was fucking...
You know what? It's...
I just put my hand on you then.
Wow, mate.
Fucking hell.
Oh, he's
Good
getting
time to end,
brother.
Yeah. So, yeah, no, genuinely thank you, because it's been fucking... I can't even believe how fast the time's gone.
Mental.
Quality.
But, yeah.
It's a very special first guest for us. And, you know, you never imagine you're going to be... If you look back when you're in the darkest holes that we went up in life, you never think we're going to be here, sat here having this conversation, speaking so openly.
I even said to my missus this morning, I left early this morning. Like I said, I get up at 4. I went to the gym. I got home, went home, had a shower, got changed. Left the house at 6 to get here for 10. And I jumped back in bed with her and I gave her a cuddle and I just said to her, I'm so grateful. Because even 2 years ago, I never thought I'd be in the position I'm in now. Like, I started coaching 2.5, 3 years ago, and I didn't believe how good, I don't sound egotistic, but the effect that I could have by coaching people just through my own experiences and my knowledge of how the brain works. And so even me sitting here right now with you two, I'm so grateful and I'm honoured, but I did take the action. I did do the studying. I did do the hard work. I am persistent, and I believe my desire, my purpose of being here is to be right here where I'm right now at this precise moment in time, doing what I do.
Can I be vulnerable? I'm going to be vulnerable with you as well and say, and yeah, I appreciate you sharing that. In that, on the way down here, I even saw before you agreed to come on, is like I almost feel undeserving of you coming on here. And
why?
You know, I said to Tom, you know, when you spoke to me, I don't know, 6 or 9 months ago, whenever it was, I said, obviously you went and spoke to a lot of the different people you could have dealt with because, you know, we're starting to work together and it's been amazing. And I'm like, there's something about, I just said, it amazes me that if you are, for a long time, I wasn't myself. Because in the corporate world, I was playing a part because it got me the promotion or it got me things I wanted. But I really wasn't true to myself, and I took that home and I was miserable, really, for a long time. And then to attract people like you into my life, and I was like saying to Tom, it's amazing when you're yourself. And he's like, why are you surprised? Like, you've come into my life and you wanted to work with me. And I'm saying, like, I'm an ordinary bloke. So what I'm saying is I've got 2 GCSEs. Like we said, not oil paintings, any of us. Not the best at talking or communicating, articulating. People are going to watch this. I just want normal people, like lads now, to say that you're you can go and, I don't know, launch your pod or start speaking to people and attract. If you start attracting good shit into your life, it just snowballs.
Oh,
but you've got to
100%.
believe you want it a little bit. And
Yeah.
even now, I'm saying that there's an inkling of me that taps into my head, going, "Why the fuck is Anthony coming on to speak to you? Or why does he want to work with you?"
I said to you before, there was something about you. Like, I always follow my gut, and there was. I did speak to other market agents. You know, I
of course
did.
you are.
But
Yeah.
I always said to you, like, it wasn't the right time for me. I wasn't financially, or it wasn't ready for me. But you was always in the back of my head, always in the back of my mind. And as soon as I was ready, that thing come up on social media,
Oh, yeah,
and I was like,
yeah.
"Fuck, let's bell him." And I'm ready now. And I always wanted to go with you, but it wasn't right. The timing for me. But I always say people align for a reason. The universe is. And I said so many times, like, God, divine, whatever you want to call it. I'm not religious, but I don't totally believe that everything happens for a reason. I'm here for a reason. I was meant to meet you for a reason. I'm meant to work with you for a reason. And it feels right. I follow my gut, my instinct. My instinct has always got the best intentions for me. It will only be my ego
that could supersede that.
Would supersede that. And I don't listen to that ego anymore. I always, not always, but I try so many times to listen to what's happening and think, is that my ego talking, or is it my soul? And my soul's telling me to work with you, and that's why I've done it. And it's been amazing. And we're on a journey together. And I said to you yesterday, when you said to me, we're at 6 months, 12 months, 3 years, 5 years, I said, you'll be on that journey. I said, if I'm paying you 10 grand a week, 50 grand a week, whatever it is, you're in that journey with me. I'm here to learn as well. I don't know everything. I know fuck all about marketing. You do. And if you learn on the way and I'll be your guinea pig, so fucking what? Enjoy the journey, mate.
People would take a chance on you, folks.
That's right.
Yeah.
Like some clients, they speak to me for 10, 15, 20 minutes, sign up like that. Other people need, not convinced that's the wrong, because I don't like sales. I hate the sales part of it. I fucking hate it. But at the end of the day, it's a business I run. Yep. And I never push people. If people want to come back, they come back. If they don't, they don't. It's whenever they're ready. I mean, and that's...
And yeah, especially in your line of work, it's so people focused that if they ever get a feeling that it's the business is superseding the remedy, if you know what I mean, that you're like, I don't actually give a fuck what your problem is, just sign up, you cunt.
Yeah, listen, I built an app. I didn't build the app, but I come up with an app idea because obviously what I charge and the clients I work with, they can afford my coaching. I know my value and my commodity is time. You can never get my time back in life. So I know my value and my time, the cost of my value of my time. So, but it didn't sit right with me because I thought, how comes the Joe Bloggs, who's a cleaner, a bricklayer, a chipper, I'm not putting any one of them down, but why can't they be coached? Why can't they have the level of coaching? All because they haven't got the money in the bank, and that's fucking not fair. So I basically come up with the app idea. It's called Luminous. It means enlightenment. And
Great name.
It's like Facebook. There's going to be around 50 other coaches from around the world on there. There's one male, one female from each niche. There's like a woman on there that makes women feel sexy again after becoming a mum. There's nutrition, because obviously health and food is really important. It's the way you feel. Addiction coach like myself. Dyslexic for people with dyslexia. There's coaches for everything. They all do live webinars every week, or every 2 weeks they have to do a live webinar. They've all got their own free classes within the app, so you can do the classes and coaching classes for free. There's a leadership board, so the more you interact with other people, so you can post pictures, you can post videos, you can do quotes, you can write on there, you can go live with each other.
It's genius.
But the idea of that social media is positive. So say you split up with your partner and you feel like shit. You go on there and say, split up with my partner, I feel like shit today. There'll be someone online from around the world to say, listen, brother, I got your back. What do you want to talk about? Or there is someone on there, a coach on there, to be able to help you get through your situation.
Very cool.
And there's a leadership board. So the more you interact and help others, there'll be prizes. So it might be a 6-week course with myself, 6-week course with another coach. And eventually, as it grows, there'll be like, I'll give away £500,000 a month. It doesn't matter. The money means nothing to me. I didn't do it for that reason. But the idea is everyone has access to be able to transform their life. And there is none of that ego on there.
Yeah.
There is none of that comparing on there.
What's the date you're looking to launch that officially?
Basically, I'm going to open it to coaches for the first 6 weeks so they get to understand how the app works.
Like a pre-live, like a
pre-live, so they will fill it out. They learn how to use it. We do, and then there'll be like group chats between me and all the coaches, so everyone awares of the rules. Each coach is individually vetted by me and a friend of mine who's another coach. So one of the main questions for me is, why did you start coaching? And as soon as you say it's for financial reasons, I'm not interested.
Yeah, of course.
I want people to be on there that genuinely care because I started coaching because I want people to not feel how I used to feel. So, and I genuinely believe a lot of coaches, most coaches do it because they care about people. Otherwise, you're not going to be a very good coach or you're not going to last very long. But also, the other reason I've done the app is because there's coaches out there that are fucking brilliant. But when you get told, oh, 10 grand a month, you're going to earn 10 grand a month, just do this course for 3 months. It's a load of shit.
Yep.
Like, it's not as easy to get 10 grand a month. It took me a long while to hit 10 grand a month.
You've been posting every day for over 12 months, 16 months, 18
Yeah.
months?
It took me a long while to hit 10 grand a month. But some people I know have been coaching 2-3 years and not hit 10 grand months, but they're great coaches. So it basically will also put coaches in contact with clients. There'll be a pool of clients and a pool of coaches, because you might get someone you speak to and they're not ready to commit yet. They want to, but they need to trust you more. That's fine. Go on there, and there's join every live webinar that coach is doing.
Yeah,
so
familiarise yourself.
So you can get a relationship with that coach, interact with them online. So, and that's all free. That's £10 a month for someone from the public.
And what a better subscription that is than fucking Uber Eats Plus or something. Do you know what I mean? Like
They're getting
fat.
Yeah. Or
Or
Pornhub.
unhealthy, should I say? You have to pay for Pornhub now.
Yeah, apparently. Don't ask my account. But
We'll all share one. Yeah, cool.
good idea. When do you think is a good time to ask for help?
When you feel you're struggling, when you feel that you're not being you, or if something's affecting your life, your business life, your work life, your relationship, you know in your gut if something's wrong. Your intuition will say to you, you shouldn't be doing this. You know what it's like. Before you go pick a packet up or before you buy that drink, if you're an alcoholic, your back of your mind will be saying to you, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. And you're like, fuck off. When it's like that, it's time for help. And there's nothing wrong with asking for help. I mean, I wish I asked for help, but people look at that as a weakness, but it's a fucking strength. I always say to every one of my clients that comes to me, I'm proud of you straight away, because you've done the hardest thing, admitting you need the help. There's nothing wrong. And even it's a form of love, because if someone says to you, oh, do you want help with that? And people say, no, I'm all right, I can do it on my own. Accept their help. That's love. That's someone trying to help you through love.
And you might be helping them by letting them help you, because they need to help. Yeah.
What's the one word that comes to you when I say death?
Legend.
I love that. Are these written down?
No.
Oh, right. I was about to say thank you. I thought that was insane what you just said. That's an amazing question. And I was just like, hang on, am I missing a brief here?
He has got one secretly.
I'm like,
Yeah, hold on. I've got again. I told you got the link put in.
Shit. Fucking hell, lad. Do you have more?
I'll probably say, what's the word that comes to you when you hear the word Phoenix?
Love.
What does love mean to you?
happiness, content, caring. You can only be in one state at one time. You can either love or hate. And when you hate something or you're angry or sad, everything becomes negative. And even I look at Phoenix's death as, I can look at it in two ways. It was painful. There's no way of taking that away from me. It was painful. But if I reframe that, and everything in life you can reframe, there's always two sides of a coin. So I can look at it as a positive, like he was a gift. I got to hold him and he died in my arms. He might have died in his mum's belly. She would have had to go through a stillbirth, and I didn't want that for her. So love is such an amazing thing. It really is. And I know it sounds a bit weird, but I love loving people. There's no greater, you know what it's like if you fall in love with someone or you get that lust in a relationship at the beginning.
Butterflies, man.
You don't want to eat food. You don't want to, and I don't give a fuck. I'm a man. I'm an ex-drug dealer. We all fall in love. We all have, and it's a great feeling. It's the best feeling in the world. No money can buy love. Not that true feeling of love. Not a brass for 140 quid for the night. I'm talking about true love.
For 160, they'll tell you they love you.
Fuck me. Oh, really? Should get hold of me. I've actually never done a brass in my life. You know that?
That's another addiction.
I would never pay for it.
No, I don't.
I'm not saying I'm that good, but I'm just saying like, I need a woman to be attracted to me. Like, know that she wants me, not that Reuben's been up 4 minutes before me.
About 3 minutes knowing him. But
oh yeah, we had got a local brothel planned after this. Somebody out there who's just lost someone very close to them. What do you say to that person to stop them going on the path that you might, like, to self-sabotage after that?
That's a really tough question, because obviously the way my trauma or my loss or my emotions to it could be so different to anyone else's. But I know it's a horrible and cliche, but time is a healer. And we don't want to hear that, because we want a solution right now. Being told, I know how you feel, time is a healer, is the fucking last thing you want to hear, because I want to feel better now. So I would try and say to you, remember the good times. Remember, everyone comes and everyone goes. Everyone's here for a reason. And whether it was short-lived, long-lived, there's two things inevitable in life. You are born and you will die. But enjoy every second you're here and cherish the moments that you had with that person. Because it's not forever. You may see them again on another life, another spirit, another... Whether you believe that or not is your choice, but... Like I said earlier, it's painful when you lose someone, but how you suffer is your choice. If you choose to get up in the morning, go for a walk, go out in nature, go for swims, go for gym, remember the good times, or you can sit there dwelling indoors with the curtains closed, playing sad love songs that bring you down instead of bringing you up. You need to raise your vibration, raise your spirits, raise your happiness. And you need to find things that make you happy and do more of it and stick with it. It takes time, but you can only, the way you suffer is your choice. And I know it does, at the time it's fucking hard and it's terrible, but blatantly, no bullshit, like bullshit aside, that is, your suffering is your choice. You choose how you suffer. Like anxiety, like, someone I said the other day, and I thought it was fucking brilliant. He went, anxiety, I used to struggle with anxiety. I grab fucking anxiety around the fucking throat now, and that cunt works for me. And I'm like, I love it. I fucking love it.
Yeah.
Hey, brilliant.
It's just very true, though.
But that's the way you reframe it.
And I think that's your power, to a degree, is why your coaching is so successful is because you're able to, some, especially high achieving men, they need to be like, look at the way David Goggins talked to himself. And people, like Tom did earlier about the ice, but going into the cold shower. You fucking do it. Like, it's a bit, people watching go, geez, calm down, mate. Like, it's a bit full on. Goggins he wants to be uncommon amongst uncommon men.
Yeah.
Which means there's very few people like him, because he people see it as he's talking to himself, like he calls himself like a piece of shit, and he goes to the like 8th degree
extreme. Yeah,
but you have to get through to some people. Imagine a guy who's worth 500 million, and you've met some of these people.
Yep.
You going in there going, oh yeah, but you got all these things, but are you happy internally? They're gonna go, well, not even.
Fuck off, mate.
Fucking get out me house, can.
Listen, everyone is different, but with me there is no bullshit. I'm not a yes man. I never have been, never will be. That's why I didn't do well working for people. I don't like to be told what to do. I will not bullshit you. And I always say to my missus, stop saying yes. If work is putting too much on you, tell them no. Because people will just take... I said, people will respect you more for saying no. I'm not saying, say no, bollocks, I ain't doing it, but there is a way to say no to someone. You say, listen, I can't do that and that, but I can do that and that. What would you prefer?
And it's reframing again.
Yeah.
Not turns. You can the urge is to say.
I used to be a people pleaser. I'm not going to sit here and lie. I used to always tell you exactly what you wanted to hear, because I, especially when I was on drugs, I'll tell you exactly what you want to hear, just so I'll deal with that later on. I know that is gonna backfire like a motherfucker on me. But this precise moment, I'm absolutely high as a kite. I cannot deal with that.
Yeah. I'm a people pleaser without the drugs. Fuck me, all my life.
Yeah.
Terrible. Gets you in some awful spot. You take on things even though you can't quite deliver.
Yeah.
I had to really stop.
I used to do that. Over promise and under deliver, and
it sucks.
It does.
It does sucks.
You end up burning the bridges.
Yeah, and then you end up your service ain't as good, and
you become bitter. You become bitter, and you've done it to yourself.
Yeah. And you think, oh, you're taking the piss out of me, but no,
I've fucking done it.
And that's the same as like a relationship. When you're in a bad relationship, life is what you're willing to tolerate. If you're willing to tolerate that in your life, that's on you. Like, as soon as you stand up to someone and say, listen, I don't tolerate being spoken to like that. I won't tolerate it. Like, respect me. I mean, there's boundaries. And so working with the people I work with, I won't beat around the bush. And that's why a lot of them like me, because I will tell them how it is. When you're worth 100 million, 200 million or 50 million or whatever value, it means nothing. But whatever value they're worth or their hierarchy, or people look up to them, they aspire to them, and they have a lot of people working for them. So they're used to people bowing down, and I can't be like that.
They built an echo chamber, isn't they?
Yeah, and I can't be like that, because at the end of the day, they are these people involving me in their personal issue, problems, obstacles. They're opening their heart to me. They're being vulnerable. So for that to work, there needs to be a relationship and respect.
That's what the external coaching does, because even if they've tried to hire someone and said, I want you in the interview, I don't want a yes man, I want you to tell me how it is. Eventually, subconsciously, the person gets to a position where they're getting paid well, they've got this level of respect, and they'll even start to, but actually, I'm not sure today's the right time. I won't tell him today.
Yeah, because I know his mood.
I know his mood. Whereas you can come in, ultimately, you're paying me, mate.
Yeah.
So they're going to get the most truest.
Fuck your mood.
Fuck you mood.
No, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
I don't care what mood you're in. If you're not in the right mood today, then I'll see you tomorrow.
If I came and said to you, Anthony, what the fuck are you going to do to help me? What the fuck are you going to do? I'm worth a million. What you got to say to me?
Well, you're the one who rung me, so you tell me.
Bang. That's it. You're not going to get... I had a quote 3 years ago.
Go tell me then. What the fuck's wrong with you?
Well, where do we start?
Oh, God,
Starts now.
Right. Have we got enough? Yeah. I say, I'd love to get your opinion on this, because I say it sometimes to my friends' family, and they go, oh, fucking hell, Reuben, not this again. A quote I heard 3 years ago from a chap called Peter Crow, and he changed my life. And we're off to see him, actually, in London. He's over from LA.
Yeah.
Brit guy. He said, people and circumstance come into your life to reveal where you're not free. Thoughts?
That's great. I like it.
Can you say that one more time?
Everyone goes, well, what do you mean by that? I want to give me your opinion.
Wait, can you say it again?
People and circumstance come into your life to reveal where you're not free. What does that mean to you? And what does that mean to you? Took me a while.
Yeah. To me, I'd be like where I'm tied down, or what's crushing me from my happiness.
For me, and there's a recent example of this. It's literally like some people come into your life to prove to you what you're not.
That's good.
To prove to you what you're not actually.
Yeah.
And like girls do it. It happens with girls because it's an emotional thing, and they go, "Oh, well, you fucking cult. You're some fucking."
Shout out Josie.
Yeah, you cunt. but that is it, isn't it? Where but you're forced to confront what you aren't.
Yeah.
And then you're like, shit, I'm gonna bollocks this up.
Like you're acting tough and you can do fucking jiu-jitsu, karate, Japanese fucking Muay Thai, whatever.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, someone comes over and slaps the life out of you. They've slapped it into you that you ain't what you think you are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That fucking it'll set you.
Or you put it because you're confident. You've got this. You're really confident. Like I was full of shit. I'd walk in a room, I wouldn't give a fuck, and I would be the loudest person in the room. Now
I don't believe that.
No, honestly, but now I'm the quietest.
Yeah.
I don't want to be loud. I don't.
Self-assured.
I don't. Like, I actually don't like massive night. Like, I don't go on nights out, like big nights out. I'd go with my partner.
Cancel the nightclub. Strictly.
Right, you owe me 500 quid, mate.
Don't worry, I've been practicing my dance moves and everything.
The VIP's over. Yes. Thank you both for answering that so truthfully, because I think people go, oh, people in circumstances. So they go to the negative, thinking, oh yeah, well they come into my life, it's just to fucking annoy me, or it's like, no, it's basically
how arrogant you think it's happening for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
See? Yeah.
That's the distinction. People always think, what's this got to do with me?
Victimhood.
Yeah, but it's
always
like,
play the victim.
fucking hell, like nothing, not. I've got found so much more happiness, but I think it's got nothing to do with me.
You know what? It's so true. When you start, like, the world ain't out to get you. It really isn't. The universe or the world is not out to get you. Do you know what I mean? What has happened to you is a multitude of situations, scenarios, actions. Do you know what I mean? And if you start serving others, like how I wake up and when I do a video, when I first started doing videos, it was more about how I looked. How can I come across? Now my videos, I don't care how I come across. I care about how can this affect someone? How can someone learn from this video? And when you start doing it from that place of serving, it's so much more
real
and
kinder
kinder,
to the person.
And then there's my ego's not involved in it.
Yeah,
Honestly, I actually enjoy doing the videos where before I found it a chore. I'd done it because I know that I had to do it, but when you're doing it to think, what words can I use today to maybe lift someone's spirits? Someone might be down, or someone might feel rejected today, or like I'll do a video about this woman. I have a cuddle every morning in the coffee shop, and every morning I see her, she brightens my day, and she said to me, "I love seeing you. You always make me smile." And then she get her a cuddle, and I made a video and saying, like, for anyone that feels undervalued today, like, I want you, like, this woman lifts my life every day. She works in a coffee shop. Her name's so-and-so. And I just want everyone to feel that, just give someone a hug today.
yeah.
Like, ask them how their day is.
Make it conscious.
Yeah.
How do you deal with lonely? There's a lot of people that are lonely out here now.
You know what?
Oh,
I know what loneliness feels like. I really do know what loneliness is like. And the more success, what I thought was success, I hate doing that, by the way, but the more wealth I got financially and the more people I had working for me, the lonelier I got. The more alone I got and the more separated and detached I got. And even from my own daughter, my own family. And it is quite a difficult thing, especially when you're running a business or a company or you're working at a high level. The pressures and the stresses and trying to unwind of a weekend or that time off with your family is actually quite difficult. Like, I have to set things with my partner, so like I won't have my phone for 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours on a Saturday. I won't, because otherwise I would scroll looking on, or I would be doing things to do with work.
Yeah. So you're carving out what's precious.
Yes.
Because your natural instinct.
Because I remember my daughter like said to me like, Daddy, you're always on your phone. And I was like, whoa, I'm not having that.
Yeah.
Like,
she's picked up on that.
I'm looking after my daughter. I'm having her for the weekend. And I see her every Friday and every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, every other Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But I see her every week now. But if she's picking up that I'm rejecting her, my work is more important than my own daughter, then I got a fucking problem. And as soon as she said to me, Daddy, you're always on the phone. I'm trying to talk to you. And I was like, whoa, I ain't having that.
Yeah. Cool.
Like,
because realistically, if someone fucking says that to you and then you go back on your phone, you're literally saying, I don't give a shit about you.
Yeah, and you know what? I said something the other day, like, my daughter goes in the toilet and she puts the fucking loo roll everywhere. She does it all the time. And we've had the conversation, we've had the meetings, we've had the discussions, and she goes, okay, sorry, Dad. I'm like, but you do it every time. Well, she leaves the toilet roll on the floor, loads on the floor. And then we talk about it. And then, you know what? I said to myself the other day, like, because I reframe things a lot. And I thought, you know what? There's going to be a day or a time when she doesn't do that anymore. And she's not going to be my little baby, that little child anymore. She's going to be a teenager or an adult, and she's not going to want to spend time with me. So instead of me looking at that as a negative and getting the ump about it, actually enjoy that moment.
Because toilet roll.
Because children grow so quick. Life goes so quick. I may not be here next week. So why get so pissed off about a loo roll on the floor? Or look at it as a negative. So coaching and learning what I've learned has changed my life and my reality, and even me as a parent. And I'm so grateful that I'm not the best dad in the world. I'd never say I would. I was, do you know what I mean? But I try my hardest, and I just want my daughter to be proud of me. And look at me, and like I said to my missus, I said, I'm going to be on that stage. My daughter's going to be there, and her mates will be like, "Oh, your dad's well fit. Your dad's well cool." And she'll be proud. She'll be like,
She's got this flash. You go, have you asked your friends what they think about me? And he goes, fuck off, Dad. No, I haven't. You go, can you just double check what they think?
"Why should Dad got his top off again?"
Yeah. That's a lot of baby oil. I thought he was doing a talk.
That's a different podcast.
Yeah, fucking hell.
You went there, Peter.
Get Diddy back in here, innit?
We need to close.
Yeah, that's
We
brilliant.
do. Yeah, I think that's.
And it's come to a beautiful end.